Actually.
It was the question of whether or not calling a tabaxi a cat is racist.
What exactly is a tabaxi?
Cat people.
They're cat people, but they're also not cats. They're tabaxi.
Yeah, they're like the Khajiit from Skyrim.
It's like how we're monkey people.
Whoa!
What?
Okay, well, I know what I get the whole thing, but
I don't know why I thought anything
I don't know
different
why
can
you
happen
thought.
there.
I don't know why either.
I forgot that the king is an actual piece.
No, he's just there for looks.
There's a difference.
You're right.
Huge
But calling a black person a monkey is a totally different meaning, though.
Oh. He likes the chair.
Yeah, everyone, I literally brought this up to all of my friends, and everyone came to like the same conclusion that it's not like
Everybody came?
super bad, but it is derogatory.
Says you.
Says you, it's your world, you can do whatever.
Goddamn right I'm God, and that's just feeling my complex.
Okay, the werewolf chick from Wednesday called herself a kitty cat all the time. But she's not even just a dog. So
True.
what does that mean?
She's hot.
The child?
No, don't worry, she's 20 years old. I looked up her age. Right now.
What's happening?
Extra commentary.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's for the Patreons.
I'm gonna kill you. I don't know her age right now.
The actor? Or the character?
I know the character's age is not high enough for you.
Wednesday cast. Where is she? There she is, Emma Myers. She was born in 2002, which was 20 years ago.
Yeah, about 20.
She's in a Adam Sandler horror movie called Girl in the Basement.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna skip that now.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's not Adam
Wednesday,
Sandler. It's
a
just
good show.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's a fun watch. Give it like a one-time watch. Have a little good time with it. I'm not gonna be like rewatching it, but it's still
I
like
rarely
enjoyable.
watch anything.
I just realized that entire Wednesday conversation was now in the stream. But don't worry.
Sponsored.
Sponsored by Wednesday. All right,
I still need to watch much.
you should. Let
In the
us.
dance like clips.
Sam, you could just won the game.
Fuck that! I want to break his soul.
Okay. Are you trying to take his king, or are you trying to take other pieces?
Figure that one out.
Oh, your pieces look like pirates.
That's not my pieces. This is pieces. I'm not the pirate here, actually.
Surprisingly.
I also want to start D&D.
I mean, you can start. We're just playing chess.
Small
Alright.
talk. The mandatory small talk.
I wouldn't call it. Yeah, I hate small talk. I only do big talk.
Big troubles.
So last time, the good ones fled the storm siege city of Theros towards the northern waters. Speaking of which, Alicia, you know Theros is spelled Theros, right?
I thought it was with an A.
I notice with all your memes. It's okay. It's all right. It's funny. I just want to let you know that it's there, like Theros. Managing to escape with the help of Sly Gammon and Magician, or Magician, the party was able to form a plan to steal cannons from Fort Esplendor. Stealing from the fort would normally prove to be a difficult task, especially since it was guarded by Marines, but due to some unforeseen god-tier role-playing, the party was in and out with the cannons in their possession and only a minor felony. So now, it is the evening. I think the past 3 sessions have all been this one day. Let me double check. Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I was doing everything because Velka had to make her journal entry, and I was trying to figure out what the date was.
It's the first.
So much shit's happened the last 3 days.
It is
But
the
eventful.
evening of the first day of Deep Cold 674 AU. The sun is in its final moments before setting for the evening. The fort is behind you, and Jinbei, with the aid of the crew, begins to arrange the cannons, and Vesper's enthusiastic shouts indicate she's happy about the beds acquired. Let me change the music. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, the last thing was said was Big Willie Tilly told Dredgen that he believes that there's someone cursed on the boat. On the boat? Do I have any relaxing pirate music? I don't.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does. 1 second. Relaxing pirate music. There it is.
Legend of
Just
Zelda
like
Phantom
the
Hourglass music.
Just ocean ambience.
Do you know,
ambiance.
like, the music that would play when you were on your ship
Here we
at
go.
sea in the
Oh.
Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass?
Who the fuck played that one?
Me! I like it so
what about
much.
Wind Waker?
Eat my butt, dude. I love
The one with the boat.
It's so good. It's so good.
No, it was good. I played that one too. I liked it a lot.
Ocean ambience.
On the fucking
Ocean
maybe
Man.
on the DS with a
Ocean
stylus.
Man, take me
Take
by the hand. That's all I know.
The Adam singing.
You can get flapjack music. Flapjack.
Flapjack slapped. I love Flapjack.
This, real fast, I'll interject.
Game's over. We won.
The last time I
you go.
played D&D in James's campaign, somebody said the word flapjack, and I decided my character didn't know what that meant. And so we were talking about what the fuck a flapjack is, and he was describing it to us. And then one of the other players, he's from Venezuela, he speaks Spanish, he said flapjack in Spanish, and I was like, oh, why did you say that from the beginning? And now it's canon that in that world, giant is Spanish.
I can say flapjack or pancake in ASL. I'm not even kidding. I learned it.
I learned sign language today. I learned how to
entirety of
say
it.
pancake.
She downloaded
No,
it.
just
as
a
we're
lot of
talking.
random signs.
That's not one. That's one I made up.
Let me, yeah, this music's
Is
alright.
that A or is that A? I think.
I didn't learn finger spelling. That's what she's doing. She's finger spelling. I didn't learn the alphabet. I just learned like signs.
I don't remember which one is A. This might be E. I think this is A.
I think this is A because when the lady was doing like sorry, she was like your hands in the A position, and then she went like this. So
I just learned how to say come in sign language. I felt that it was very important because it is such a huge part of my dictionary.
I was learning at work, sir.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also
can
learned
you
this.
show me?
Yeah, it's really simple. I'm not shitting you. It's
This is funny.
according to this balding white man that I found on the internet. But why would he lie to me? Okay,
People don't go on the internet and lie.
why would they? What would they gain?
What would they gain?
Nothing. Not a goddamn
The
thing.
benefit here.
Nothing.
Gaslight
Course,
gatekeep robots.
is,
Fuck. Okay, we should
truth.
probably start playing D&D. Well, now that Luke just showed up, Luke's deafened. He's shitting. He's busy. He'll come back and figure it out. Okay, so anyways, yeah, Jinbei and the crew are rearranging the cannons so that way they're proper and not just on the boat. And then Vesper is downstairs, and you guys heard a muffled shout of joy as there are now beds for the rest of the crew. Big Willie Tilly just told Dredge and Drake that he believes someone is cursed on the boat by, or is the boat is being plagued by the curse of Leviathan. Hence why the barrel of gunpowder exploded on the other boat, which was allegedly ignited by a small creature made of wax and fire. One could assume. So with that, what is everyone doing on the boat?
I'm switching back to my pirate clothes.
Sounds good.
I am going to go down to the surgeon's quarters and check on Elias.
Okay. Dredgen, real fast, as you go to enter your quarters, you see that someone has made you a brand new sign. It says Captain's Quarters, and then it says Captain Dredgen Drake, and then beneath that, in Braille, you wouldn't know what it says. There's these weird bumps underneath it, and it's at like a perfect it's a good level. It's not like right above the door because not everyone could reach that high. So it's at a perfect level if like someone in a wheelchair to say were to roll up and have to
Blind
Scratch
person
their
in a wheelchair.
Oh,
I
God.
look around. I wanna
Fucking blind people.
is Jinbei anywhere on the top deck?
He is, yeah. He's moving the cannons around and he's getting help being oriented by the crew.
Yeah, I don't really talk to him. I'm just like, it's definitely him. So, I just walk in.
It's in very nice handwriting and it's like on a nice little plaque and everything.
Jinbei knows Braille canon.
Jinbei knows a lot of things. Jinbei said we will not be shut down by the ADA. Absolutely fucking not. No, in this case, it's Artorica, the country. Yeah, the Artorican Disability Assembly. I don't know if that's what that stands for.
It's not.
What does the A stand for? Association? Don't look at me like that. Sorry.
Probably.
Okay. So you go in your captain's quarters to change, Dredgen. You see your new sign or plaque. My apologies. There's a difference. And then Balka, you go downstairs into the surgeon quarters. What is Ashlyn doing? I wanted to say Allison. My apologies.
It would be pretty strange. I will also be in the surgeon's quarters doing surgery things with Elias.
Sounds good. Shiro, what are you up to?
I would like to pretend to be a statue next to the gunpowder and see if I can see a little Candleman.
Okay. Sounds good. How about... My mic arm is broken, by the way. I have to hold it up now.
You see him tighten it?
No, it's like broken. I was fucking with it the other day. Like the actual bolt or something is fucked up.
You need a new one.
I definitely do need a new one. It's like $20 on Amazon, but that's like... Well, hold on. No,
I'm kind
it's
of
fine.
fucking with mine too much. I think mine's gonna break soon as well.
Yeah, everything's all tight. Like this is as
Wish
tight
list
as
on
it can go.
Amazon for
It's like the
your-
actual arm itself. Like right here, the bolt is broken.
For your Twitch subscribers.
We have plenty of them. We have so many Twitch subscribers. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
just-
partnered any day now.
Just create a shopping list on Amazon for them.
Mini fridge.
We have a mini fridge.
Oh fuck, we do have a mini
We
fridge.
have a mini fridge. Don't buy us another one, please.
I mean a mini fridge.
Yeah, this one needs to be RGB. Okay. Super off topic. Okay. Sure, give me a perception check.
Really, really high.
25.
God damn.
As it stands right now, and for the foreseeable future, there seems to be no Candleman. With that being said, though, you do see some small traces, a scant amount of traces of wax. Arwen, what are you up to?
I'm muted, right?
You're not muted, you're good. You just shit out 2 invisibility spells.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna. I don't really have anything to do on the ship. I was abandoned, so I was just gonna take my short rest.
Sounds good. Alright.
Oh, did you say it's midday or like afternoon?
It's approaching evening. The sun is beginning to set
Okay.
on the watery horizons.
Long day.
It has been a long day. It's been one of the longest days. Okay. Well, then we'll get back to the surgeon crew, and then we'll see what we're gonna do from there. Because if we'll talk about it. All right. People in the medical bay. You enter, and you see still slumped in the tub. Strong term, but tub. You see Elias. He looks slightly more stable. You see his hand that's encased in this magical ice, plus the medical grade honey. It's not healing, like one could cast a spell, but it looks better, kind of. The inky progression that resides within his blood veins has stagnated currently.
Is he like there at all? Approach the side of the tub.
He seems to
Elias?
be about as okay. You know when people get, what is it, laughing gas? Like they get their wisdom teeth taken out and everything?
Um,
When this man looks at you, huh?
I was put under for that.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay.
You weren't put under?
I haven't had my wisdom teeth taken out. Okay, well, the laughing gas. He is like slumped over in the tub, right? And then he looks at you kind of like when a dog looks at you and you can see the white in their eyes and like... But he
the
doesn't say
only-
anything. He does not say anything.
Okay. Okay. But like the stuff on his arm hasn't like progressed or anything like that.
Nope, not currently.
Is this man still shirtless?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Is there any
tough.
water in the tub?
No.
Or is he just sitting in a tub? Why is he in a tub?
He's sitting in the middle tub.
Why is there no water in the tub?
You didn't tell me to put water in the tub.
Water. What?
You didn't tell me there was water in the tub.
It's a tub of water.
No, you said it was a tub.
Okay.
Is there water in the tub?
There is water in the tub.
Okay, so there's water in the tub. Is it cold water? Or lukewarm water?
It's purified water.
Oh.
I don't know as to its temperature. That's not controlled.
Is it medical grade water?
It doesn't have any diseases in it.
Not Flint level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's wet.
Okay. Good to know.
In non-diseased water.
Is his fingies wrinkly yet?
Nah, he's keeping his hands out.
Yeah.
Okay.
His toes are probably a bit wrinkly. We should check on those.
Stop, please. You're not Oxton.
Should we move him back to the bed? Dry him off?
Yes. That would be a good idea.
Okay, doctor.
You guys pull him out.
Yeah.
Are you gonna dry
Get
him
some
off
towels.
with towels or magic? I don't know if anyone has. Do you
I
have-
don't have magic.
I don't have magic. I'm gonna
Okay.
dry him off with, towels. We got towels.
Right, tieflings get thaumaturgy, which is like the shittier version of prestidigitation.
It's not a race thing. It's a class thing.
But yeah, don't tieflings also get...
Paladins and clerics get thaumaturgy.
These people try to make everything a
Would
race
get
thing.
prestidigitation as a bard, I think.
Shut
maybe.
the fuck up, Sam. You do. You can get it as a bard.
But I don't think it comes with being a tiefling.
Okay.
My cantrip for being a tiefling is Ray of Frost.
Right, yeah, I forgot that you're the special boy tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys dry him off. And then throw him into the bed. Not throw, but... Yeah, just good luck. Survive.
Gently toss.
Make sure that there are new bed sheets on there beforehand. Though.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Can I put like my hand on his forehead? Does he feel warm still?
Yes.
Okay. I say we leave the blankets off of him, and I am going to. I guess I'll take one of the rags and like dip it in the water. And then I guess I'll wrap the rag around my cryo hammer to like make it cold, and then put it on his forehead.
We're not there quite yet.
Okay.
But remember when I said, when I gave her this hammer, that somebody asked me if it could freeze water, and I responded with, no, it cannot freeze water, because I know one day you're going to find a way to break that. I understand. I'm going to give it to you, but I want to be clear. That's why I established that rule at the time. You may continue. You have...
I have a cold rag now that I would like to drape across his forehead.
You can do so.
Yay.
Never trust a bitch. Never trust one. Okay.
Free ice all the time.
Free ice all the time.
For my drinks.
Yeah, you're right. Damn, this water's kind of hot. Sticks hammered.
cool.
She could make your drink cool, yeah. The glass, not the actual water. Obviously. Okay. Is there anything else the two of you are going to do?
I mean, I'll be in here monitoring him.
Okay.
I also would like to stay in here, just pull up a chair next to his bed and wait
Okay.
to see if anything happens.
Before we cut back to the rest of the crew, there is I'm targeting this towards Valka. There's a strange sense of nostalgia or deja vu. It's probably a better way to put it. Nostalgia is a good thing, I think. Deja vu as you sit in this room with someone dying. And you know what? Ashton can also get the same. You also have you actually feel nostalgia. Ashton feels nostalgia. He's like,
I
yes!
don't believe you.
He's getting used. He's getting used. Yes, man. Surgeon good. No.
This is familiar.
Okay. Dredgen, you can do anything else for the rest of the evening?
Actually, what's my HP look like right now?
You should be at max.
I think I'm max.
Yeah, you're max.
Oh, fuck. There's really nothing else I can do. Does the crew need help with anything?
Yeah, moving the cannons and then organizing their the supply of cannonballs and gunpowder.
I'll help them with that then.
Sounds good. Shiro, are you going to observe the gunpowder for the rest of the evening?
No, you said that for the foreseeable future for my role, but I would not
It's true.
see any candlemen.
There is no candleman yet, as they are beginning to move the gunpowder and cannonballs.
Yeah, I'll go somewhere else.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
No moon yoga.
Respectable. Respectable is what I was trying to say.
Working on her chakras. You just
Trying to
wait.
get to the avatar state.
You just wait until she gets her shadow self, and then she'll be able to punch magically.
It's true. Make sure you're also training with your guns, so that way when you're out of chakra, you're not out of options. Arwen, thank you.
Can I get a gun?
You can get a gun, and then you can train. You can try to get firearm proficiency.
What's up?
Not you. Shut up.
Oh, I
Okay,
need it,
you may
dude.
continue
I
now.
actually-
Literally said my character's name.
You should get firearm proficiency, Sam. We can talk about that.
I don't know how to
You
get
should.
it.
How to get it? You just gotta find someone who could train you in it.
Well, I gotta find it. Oh yeah, well,
You gotta find someone, and someone who can train you in it probably has a gun. They can train you how to use. Vesper can train you. She uses a gun. Maybe not well, but she has a gun.
she's probably not proficient, is she?
She could be. You don't know.
Why would
You haven't talked to her. You
Well,
watched
we
her
were
like gaslight
very
gatekeep
busy.
girl boss someone.
Yeah, maybe I can get proficient in that.
Gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing.
First of all, you're gonna need a much deeper cut shirt. That's number one. You or Elias's, I suppose.
It's a little sweaty.
He's not using it.
All right, Arwen, what are you up to?
I'm taking a short rest right now. once
Okay,
that's
what are you
over.
gonna do after the short rest?
Good question. I'm just on the boat. I guess I'll check on Elias, and if they don't need help, then I'll just go back to my room and
Someone do yoga
Vibe.
with me.
Be sad.
You crusty little things. Do some yoga.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, they're taking care of it. At that point that you enter, they're just sitting there kind of observing his health, make sure he's not, gonna die. He has
I will-
consumption.
I will sit in my room and read.
Okay, sounds good. He's reading manga. He's reading specifically Fuda hentai.
Damn it.
Magician said this would educate me. I didn't know what he meant by it at the time.
But now I see the truth.
Read this next. What is this? Don't you worry about it. What is this about monster girls? It's important for your training. Okay. Cool. I will say then, as night cometh and goeth, people are sleepy. Other people not so much. Yeah, night cometh. It's cometh. Is what does everyone sleep? Arwen, I assume you sleep. Dredgen, I assume you sleep at some point.
Yeah, I mean nothing else is happening today.
It's
right?
true. You're just sailing, and I mean you're the day crew. You know what I mean?
You guys have
You're
not
right,
really
you're
made
right.
that routine?
Yeah, Dredgen actually has a 20-step skincare routine that he goes through. It's like Patrick Bateman levels, except he doesn't actually use anything. He just changes his face on Will, and he's just like, "There we go. Now I look
I
healthy."
change my face and do the routine, and then I change it every single time, like 100 times, and I just do the routine on 100 different faces.
It's like those girls who are like, you have to brush your hair 100 times.
Except in this case, he just does the like rock eyebrow raise 100 times in the mirror. Okay, cool. And then I'll get to you in a second, Shiro. But well, there's gonna be someone. Valka and Ashen. What are your guys' plans for the evening as people begin to settle in?
Can we say that over the course of the day I have prepared a new change of clothes for Elias?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll get him into that, and then I will set out a block of insect repellent.
Okay.
How are we cleaning our clothes, by the way? Have we done that yet?
Yeah, girl.
Either barrel or magic.
Or you'd be boosted like me
Or-
and have a spell that does it for you.
Or I could make a skill check if you want.
No, I got you. You're fine.
Because
Even if it comes to like sewing back his shirt or what. No, yeah, you're good.
Just don't sweat, idiots.
Just don't sweat. Fair point. Fair point.
Do not sweat. Gotcha.
Well, everyone knows this. Canonically, women don't sweat. So if you're playing a woman, you're not sweating ever. Until I say you do, like when you're stepping in lava, because I feel like that might warrant
Yeah, it's a little warm.
a little warm.
What about
Just
We're
that
very
count.
well
Yeah.
hydrated.
Like,
what if they sexy scene?
well, it's okay because you're a statue, which means you don't sweat in general. So this doesn't apply to you.
But water condensation can
That counts.
happen.
That counts. Yeah. So Shiro looks like she's sweating whenever there's water around in the air.
When we're in those like bathhouses.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now that we've gotten the cannon out of the way, and I guess Dredgen would never sweat ever, or only when he's presenting as a man.
Yeah, hold on.
What it benefits him.
Only when it benefits him. Okay. Preparing new clothes, yes. And you can dress him in it, and then what are you gonna do, Ashlyn?
I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. Valka, what are your plans?
I suppose that's my cue to leave. Last couple nights haven't been super fun, and I don't exactly want anyone to see me like that, so Velka's gonna go back to her room.
Okay. You do so.
Which way does my door open from?
From the hinge.
Does it open in? Does it open inward, or does she pull it open to go inside?
I think outward would conserve space for the room, no?
How much?
Opening it
space
outward,
is
you could just
there?
smack someone in the face walking down the hallway.
And well, hold on, let me think. Maybe before Jean Bay, it opened outward into the hallway, but post Jean Bay, now they open inward. So yeah.
Actually, they're all pocket doors.
I just
They're
want to
pocket-
point out that he's been on this ship before.
Oh, they're sliding doors.
They slide into it.
Yeah, is that what they're called?
It goes into the wall.
Yeah, okay, they're pocket doors. Except for
Okay.
Dredgen, who has grandiose doors to his captain quarters. So yes.
Is there a lock on it?
Yes.
Okay. It's not really gonna do much, but I want to lock it just to make me feel better.
Okay.
I mean, it could dissuade someone.
I don't go to bed.
Question, you don't have to have a door. Does anybody have beads or like streamers hanging from their door?
Oh no.
Well, I know you don't. This only applies to Arwen and Ashen at this point, and Volka. But we just decided that she has a door, so.
I'm British.
You're British, so you don't actually have doors.
Yeah.
You've waged war.
No, actually, I have a huge door. It's locked all the time.
Oh, okay.
No, he has
You
a
painted on
wall.
it.
I'm still ready for the bombs.
Remind me about, remind me later to tell you about the guy who he's Scottish and he doesn't believe Australia exists. His reasoning behind it is incredible.
What does he think it is?
He doesn't think it's real. Isabel just asked me, by the way, her mic didn't pick up, or my mic didn't pick her up, but real fast, he doesn't believe it's for real. He believes it's a cover up by the British government, because when they didn't send all their prisoners to Australia, they sent them out to sea and then killed all of them. And then you might
Back
be
in,
saying,
like-
yeah, back in the day, exactly. And they're like, well, okay, what about like people who think they're Australian? And he's like, they're New Zealanders, but they're being brainwashed by the New Zealand government to believe they're Australians. So it's only a collective of like a real 100 or so Australian, quote unquote Australians, that live in the southernmost reach of New Zealand in a single city.
What about all the fucking land mass out there?
Fake news. It's fake news.
Fake
What about
news.
Sydney?
Fake.
So what about all the foreigners that visited Australia?
They go to that same city where there's a bunch of paid actors.
Oh my god.
Anyways, very funny. Where was I? Oh, Shiro. While you're doing your, yes, moonless yoga, the night crew kind of gets on top of the boat to maintain everything, and Solomon switches places with, Vesper switches places with Solomon. She seems a bit tired, and I know she announced that she was going to bed, but we all know that's a lie. She doesn't sleep, at least until she gets to Brooklyn. And she sees you doing yoga. What is that?
Is it called yoga?
Yeah, you can call it yoga. That's fine.
Yoga.
What's the purpose?
There are many purposes. None of which help me because I am a statue. So I guess just spiritual meditation for me. But for most other creatures, it's good for other reasons, like stress and things.
Stress, you say?
Stress makes you feel better physically. I wouldn't know.
You watch as she puts her hand in her mouth to whistle, and the crew on the deck looks at her, and she points and inches for them to come, and she gives him the wheel and walks over to you, Shiro. It helps with stress.
Yeah, if you do it consistently.
She seems a bit perplexed by this. She takes observing your outfit. Do we have to wear what you're wearing?
Hito's gonna laugh. She's gonna laugh. She doesn't laugh often. That's funny. No. But you'd look better.
I don't have a fit like that. No.
We'll go over there one day. We'll get everybody some little outfits.
So I can participate without the outfit, though.
Yes. Although you would want to wear something you can move in and not something restricting. Or you might rip your clothes.
She nods. What's the first thing? What's number one yoga? What is step one yoga?
Is Shiro just gonna like go through yoga because usually we start in the child's pose and that is like the beginner's pose and if you don't know what you're doing and you need to reset, you go back into this pose and that's like on the floor.
Mm.
And then you stand up and then you put your feet and your hands in different places and do different things. I don't really want to describe yoga.
I feel like a little mat would be useful for this activity.
It would. And non-slippery shoes or bare feet.
All right. She walks back to the wheel. I might be interested in this yoga one day. Continue on what you're doing. I will take notes from afar. Respectfully.
All right, Shriel's gonna go into Warrior 1. It's a yoga pose.
Yeah.
You trust me?
Alright. And the rest of the evening is her observing this yoga and then go, and then her trying not to fall asleep.
She should go to sleep.
No, she's the night crew. She'll go to sleep in the
Why is she
morning.
on the night crew if she was in the thingy all day?
She's on every crew.
She needs to sleep.
She's about 6 Red Bulls in.
I hope I'm so boring with yoga she passes out. Can I try to be more boring?
On the yes, give me a performance check.
My most boringest yoga ever. Well,
I rolled a lucky number 13.
Is that with your modifier?
yes. Thank you for asking. It was meant to be 13.
There is you're doing boring yoga. You're not there's no like music going on. There's no
I'm not narrating.
yeah, exactly. And she still seems interested in it and allured by the concept, but is a bit drowsy as it is just the same repetitive motion as she's trying to make sure the ship doesn't steer too far off course. All right. So with that, the following morning comes. So everyone take a long rest if you need it. Volka, you do not have another incident.
I love that for me.
So the morning of the second day of Deep Cold comes. And as you guys all awaken, or are already awake, checking on Elias, I assume, from 2 of you. His condition seems slightly more stable, although still sickly. He is, for all intents and purposes, still relatively dying. But Renorin, who went downstairs to sleep, because eventually the man has to sleep. Come on. Renorin gathers all of you, all 5 of you. 5 of you. Well, it has been a fun time. I will never forget the time that you summoned us and we had the longest day of my entire life.
I appreciate it.
Of course. I wish you a blessed remainder of your voyage. And out of respect, please, this is important to what remains of my family. Please do not discuss my relationship with Lady Olympia Rainbridge with anyone else, please.
Of course. And do not forget to call on us when you need us.
He looks at you and like gives you a wink, but unfortunately it's the eye with the eye patch, so he's just staring at you for a solid second before pulling back.
Ashlyn can read facial muscles.
Yeah.
I saw it.
You saw the slight twitch.
I saw it in the cheek.
Yeah,
He can pick up on this kind of stuff more than anybody else.
it's true. Also, if you ever need a place to stay in my portion of Nordland, please stop by and we will give you asylum.
Thank you.
Of course. Hexa has promised me that the magic she used on Friend's hand should last for 5 days, give or take. Maybe a little longer. But please don't, swing it around or anything like that. It could crack.
I'll say some words of gratitude in Giant.
He says thank you back to you in Giant, which is not Shalom. Never has been. well, me and the rest of the funky furry furbolg friends are going to leave.
Till next
Are we-
time.
Are we stopped somewhere right now? or
No,
they just-
he's on a. You're in the middle of the ocean.
Okay. I'm just.
I saw this man come in through a portal. I don't doubt that he can exit through one too.
Just jumps into the water, swims away.
He swims off like a fucking sharkpedo.
Jumping in and out of the water.
David Hasselhoff.
No, actually, Hexa turns into like the boat from The Incredibles when the mom.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. And one of them has super speed, so
Yeah,
he just rides a motorboat.
At some point they scream Renor and throw me. Hey, Andon, you're online.
Yeah. Just wanted to open that up for later.
No, you're all good. It scared the shit out of me. I just heard a random noise on my computer.
Wait, that has noise for
It
you?
has a noise, yeah. It's scary. It was like a ding, and I was like, what the fuck? Alright. So with their goodbyes, you guys can observe as Hexa traces in the air, kind of like the Disney Channel logo thing with the wand. Yeah, exactly. This circle.
Only on Disney Channel.
If you guys are old enough, you might be able to go to, what is it, Disney XD.
Got lab rats on there.
I watched like a 4-hour documentary over the.
Got Randy coming
I
in
watched
and
the same
opening
one. I know what
So
you're talking
good.
about.
It's so good. Anyways, she traces in the air a circle. And as she's like Disney Channel, there's this little ray of frost, similar to that of the portal they jumped out of, fell down when they came to Valka and Shiro's aid. And once the line has connected itself, there is this sucking sound, and then you guys see this vortex of what appears to be like a snowstorm that's raging. And Renoran very proudly, with a holding back probably some tears, sounds like home. And then he, one by one, they all step in. Hexa being the last one, and she looks at you, Shiro, and waves. But it's not like a very like cool like charisma wave. It's like a yeah. And with that, the funky furry furbolg friends have left the ship, never to be seen again.
No.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, by the way, while you were doing yoga the previous night, Miss Mitama Shiro, part of her evening was her being Vesper's evening was distracted because Percival was teaching her how to properly manage a ledger, like he promised he would do. And when she has a question like, okay, but could I do this? He would look at her very stern and say, no, you shouldn't do that. And then she went, got you. Won't be happening. Say less. Because he's still a man who respects the law. A little bit.
That's my coworker.
Yeah, they're also going to play Just Dance. You're more than welcome to join. Percival brought his Switch. It's been great. Mario Party for everyone.
Hell yeah.
But the only songs that he has on there are like Irish jigs for the Just Dance. So you're about to add tap dancing to your
Actually, I would love that.
repertoire.
She should like that. Whoa. Good dryer.
Oh yeah, 1 second. 1 second. You gotta restart our dryer. Shut the fuck up.
Don't yell at him.
While he's away, I have a question that I don't know if any of you guys can answer.
Shoot.
But so the Steam Deck thing, do I have to sign into Steam and then like watch it on Twitch or something? The Game Awards?
Seems like they're gonna be streaming it on Steam.
Stream it on Steam? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably sign into Steam when I find that.
I'm back.
Alright.
Cool. Okay. Is there any pertinent RPing you would like to do at this current time?
So this is the new day?
Yes, this is the following day. This is right after
Second.
the storm of Theros. You guys still have, if you have only good weather, 4 days of travel to get to Ireland to meet with Merlin, give her the sand. Oh, I forgot to ask you this. What's your name?
Richard Drake.
Nope, Alabama. Luke, you when you let Elias observe the red sand, did you let him keep the second one?
No.
Okay. You didn't specify, but I assume you took it back. Cool. You got both in your possession?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really, just call him Alabama.
Oh, watch out, Luke. You're sharing the same state as Hunter.
Oh no.
Yeah. He moved in right next door.
Oh.
Make sure you go say hi to him.
I thought he lived in Florida.
No, he moved. Allegedly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Alabama. He's Luke's roommate. What was his name? Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So, got it. You got the sand. Sweet. So, yeah, so this following day, you have 4 days of travel left, neutral, underneath in neutral conditions. Is there anything you want to do, or do you just want me to get to the part where we roll to see if you guys make it to Ireland in 4 days?
I need to give Vesper a bottle of wine.
We can do that right now. As you're waking up, she's going to bed. And when you come out of your, or as you guys come out of your rooms with the sliding doors, specifically the sliding doors, you notice that the beds have been arranged to the best of their ability, being tied down is the best way to put it, to whatever they can be, because this is a boat, it can move, and the beds will move with it. And some people don't even have frames. They only have like mattresses, like just, you know, like the mattress on it. But one person who definitely has a bed is Vesper, and you can see that she is looking at it longfully, Ashlyn, as you guys cross paths, and she's going downstairs and you're going up, or about to head up. She does not seem busy. You can interrupt her.
It occurs to me that I haven't exactly asked how you've been feeling lately.
She looks at you. She looks, I mean, she still looks damaged, but, or not like HP missing, but, you know, the wear and tear of her journey is still present. And you can see that she's rebandaged her fingertips that are missing the nails. And she looks at you and just gives you a very quaint, tired smile and goes, "Everything is all right. No problems here."
I said I'd treat you earlier for having to put you out.
You did treat me. You gave me medical attention, yeah?
Same word, different meaning.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
this.
Oh! She takes the bottle of wine. She nods and give me a insight check. Oh, I gotta look up my
18?
18. Although it is not a gift of appreciation to the extent that she's perceiving it through, she seems happy to feel noticed. Thank you, Ashlyn.
No worries.
At some point, you and I can share a glass.
Oh no, Captain forbids it.
Dredgen doesn't drink?
Wrong Captain.
Uh,
Moonlighter Captain.
Yes, forgot about that. Alright, well, if that ever changes, let me know.
Understood.
And she,
Get some rest.
yeah, she nods and hobbles off to her bed, where she just kind of flumps down onto it, still holding the bottle of wine. And then there's a brief moment where she says, "No one touched this, you rat bastards," before falling asleep.
Right now, to my other patients.
When Ashton retires, he's going to become a doctor. At the end of the campaign, I'm a doctor, no medical license, but a lot of patience.
I feel like I'm kind of forcing him to up his medicine by assigning him surgeon.
He likes it.
I need to go prepare breakfast. I'm technically the cook.
Yes, you are.
Alright.
Can I help you?
Oh, sorry. No, you continue. I was gonna ask you the question, but
Alpha
wait.
just wants to help him cook.
Anyone can.
Hey,
Dude,
George,
can I ask
Yeah.
you a question?
what's up?
So, I'm looking at the Winged Zephyr tab in the Mythos.
Yeah.
And I just realized we have a day and night crew. And since the day crew is basically our entire crew, or our entire party.
Yeah.
Besides, like, Shiro, who can stay up for both day and night. We don't have anything assigned for night crew.
Yeah, so how it works is until you can get another 30 people, you guys function at night with a skeleton crew, and that's what Vesper has decided. So that's why she's like taking over the night responsibilities, is because she wants to just get things done as fast as possible because she's got to pay people. So when the night crew goes on, you have 30 people, 20 of which work on the day, and then 10 work at night, and it rotates. For the most part.
The thing I was gonna ask is, should we like update the Mythos for the Winged Zephyr?
Yeah,
once we get more people.
I've completely forgot. I will. I'll take care of it. In between the next.
It's
session.
already out of date. Arwen's still listed as
Yeah,
first
we got to
mate.
change that to Gene Bay. All right. Yeah, I'll get that taken care.
Yeah.
I forgot about Johnny fucking Silver. Oh my god.
I didn't forget a fucking minute.
Oh wow. He has not left that
Johnny, my
workout post.
boy.
He is a
He
dedicated
lives up
man.
there with the birds.
He is whenever he's on the water, he's fucking sober and eagle-eyed. This man is untouchable. He will let you know whenever he smells something different in the water. Anyways. Cool. Time skip or no time skip?
Does the crew need anything help during the day for anything?
Not really.
Okay,
Fortunately you've hired Solomon to take care of navigation duty, so you're pretty much just going around helping out people where you can. So you're doing good.
I feel like
Unless we wanna have
I
any
rendered
chat.
myself useless as being a good captain.
No, that's a good captain because that means when it comes
That's
to
what
you,
I'm saying. I am too good of a captain. I've rendered myself useless.
a tear rolls down your cheek. It's a well-oiled crew, as you say, with your underpaid sailors who are just like any good capitalistic man. You guys are great. When we get back to the mainland, Little Caesar's Pizza.
All on me.
All on me. All right. Time skip? No time skip.
Unless there's anything,
Sometimes
any cooking roleplay, then yeah. Time skip.
There's no cooking roleplay. There's no
Yeah,
cooking.
that's what
There's no
the characters
cooking
will
mama
talk.
mini game. Mini game. Having a stroke.
Fucking imagine.
Yeah. Actually, can you go ahead and roll me 4d20? No.
Yes.
No. Actually, yeah, roll me 4d20s. We'll see how your meals are.
One of them is not so great.
That's the one Velka helped
We've
with.
got a 9, a 16, a 17, and a 2.
Yeah, those were rough days. Yeah, the beginning and end of the journey. Well, maybe we might have to roll some more. Pretty good so far. Okay. I will do the time skip then, and I will tell you what happens over the course of the time skip. Okay. I need let's do it this way. Oh, you're supposed to be here. I need... Dredgen, roll me a d4.
You were talking, I thought this was like some random crewmate, and I was like, what is he?
No.
Why is he the narrator?
It's me, Big Willy Tilly.
You say D8?
A d4.
Oh, okay. D4, that's a D4.
Yep,
and
the
I rolled
triangle.
that.
Okay. Ashton, roll me a d4.
Let's go.
Okay. Volker, roll me a d4.
2.
A 2? Okay. And then Sheer, roll me a d4.
4.
Good
Just
shit.
realized I rolled for my ship and not me.
That, I mean, you're the captain. It makes sense. That is you. Yeah, you guys had perfect weather. You had neutral weather
yeah.
on several days, and then really good weather on other days. I also miscalculated; it was 5 days, but because you guys got the good weather, it's actually only 4 days. Because the last roll, you guys, it was 2. Don't worry about it.
Elias has an extra day for his arm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright, let me change the music a little bit, and I'll tell you what happened.
I'm gonna change my spells.
Yeah, go ahead. If there's anything you guys want to do, yeah. Let you.
I would like to know what the if there's anything for the ship, the shop for the ship.
Oh, when you get to port?
Yeah,
There's gonna be a little bit more stuff. Look at that. Okay, but before we do that,
maybe something I can afford finally. Maybe.
how much gold do you have?
Oh shit! I actually had to give up something. Oh yeah, I have 10 platinum, 28 gold,
Yeah, you're killing it.
5 silver,
I see.
89 copper.
Oh my god. Why do you have 89 copper? Why do you have so much
We have-
copper?
I've got a bag full of pennies.
It's his trusty...
It's the pocket change
I
I've
was-
been stealing every so often.
You're filling up a sock with it so that way you can beat people to death with it. That's going to be your offhand weapon with your coin. Bing! Bonk!
Both of his weapons are money.
Valid.
Call me Meowth.
Call me. Yeah, actually, if you scroll a natural 20 with that bag of coins, it actually spews out more coins, and it's more coins for you to
My
collect.
move is called Payday.
But
His stand.
yeah, his stand. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, or what's that song I always make fun of from Pink Floyd? Oh, it's just called Money. Yeah, your stand's called Pink Floyd. All right. So over the course of the 4 days, Vesper, this is relating to you, Shiro. Vesper observes your yoga if you continue to do so.
Yeah, I'm working on my chocolates.
And she's taking more and more attention to it as each day progresses, or each evening progresses, I suppose. And she's also being taught by Percival how to properly run a book. I promise, all legal things. Of course, this is a lawyer we're talking about here. And that's pretty much it for the night crew stuff. Elias, his condition worsens over the short stint on the ocean. Each day he grows weaker and looks closer to death. With that being said, his hand looks perfectly preserved. Well, from the moment that it was preserved, and the black infection has ceased for the most part. Growing slowly past like the quote-unquote cast that was made. So he's still very sick. Things are not looking super good, but at least his hand is still there. And over the course of that time, he specifically to you, Volka, he doesn't want you to leave him alone. Yeah, I said that right. But here's the thing. He, in his weary, sickened state, he calls you Volka, for the most part, but then he also calls you Esme and El.
Write that down. Write that down.
L. Said a choke. He wants to be buried in, and that's where he kind of like mutters off. Nothing coherent. I do want to give anybody who is present during this time. Well, you're all present during the time skip, but is there anything you guys want to do during the time skip at all, or is it just kind of like, it's okay, whatever?
Is there like any way to like train any of my skills or anything?
Yes, you can learn. You can start learning how to practice. What skills are you trying to learn?
Well, I probably can't learn gun skills yet.
Are you
'cause
sure?
We don't have gun. We don't have guns on our ship.
That's not what I told you.
Powder.
You said Vesper might have one.
No, I said Vesper might be knowledgeable in it. I told you that she put a gun in her dress.
Shit, you're right. I will
Wrapped.
ask Vesper about guns.
What are you gonna say to her?
Say, turn me into a true Texan.
Texas, not a real place. Texas. Now we're no.
There's a place in the last game.
Tejas? Yeah, I forgot. Texas is always a place in every campaign.
That's my point.
It's super important to me. There's also a Montana. Sidetrack. So you ask her to train you in guns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have your own gun, or
Do not.
you want to share my gun?
Yeah, let's share the gun.
You want to share my? Okay.
Kind of homosexual.
But when we have to get more
Oh,
ammunition,
cool.
yeah, I expect you to chip in.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Do you know anything about firing such a weapon?
DM, do I know anything about firing such a weapon? I don't. I've probably seen.
Yes, you've definitely seen.
I've definitely seen. I've been around. I've seen, but I probably.
I gotta get me
Didn't-
one of them.
I don't think a Dredge and Drake has probably cared in the past to use a gun
Hmm.
when he does shit like in a different way.
It's true, and I mean, this is also another later on, but you can also ask Cypher to train you. You know that he is at the very least, a pretty experienced marksman.
Yeah, but he tried to kill me last time.
But he was hired to, so like like no hard
But is he
feelings.
still hired to?
No,
though?
because you allegedly might have killed the contract holder.
But we don't know that.
Well, you'll find out next time you go to halfway.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't try to kill me, I'll ask him.
Fair enough. All right, but no, yeah, she will begin to train you in how to use guns. It'll take. What's your intelligence? I can look it up. Don't worry. I can look it up. It's all good.
It's 12.
It's 12. So plus
Yeah.
1.
I don't know. There's
No,
like
yeah,
plus
it
one and
is.
plus four
It
on
was for
both
myself.
sides.
So yeah, when it comes to learning new skills, the rule is that it takes 10 weeks, and then you subtract a number of weeks equal to your intelligence modifier. So it'll take you 9 weeks to become proficient in guns.
Oh, okay. And it takes intelligence to do this?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of silly, but
It's not my worst stat.
Does the same thing go with learning languages?
yeah. So anytime you want to learn anything new, it's gonna be it's supposed to be 10 weeks. I think it's like a certain amount of gold per week, which we'll get to eventually. That's what I meant by like you'll repay her for the ammo. Yeah, 10 weeks minus your intelligence modifier. So if you're a wizard and your primary stat is intelligence, then it'll only take 5 weeks. Go fuck yourself. But if you're dredging, in this case, it'll take 9 weeks.
Can I like start 1 week and then like stop for a while and then pick it up again?
Yeah.
Later?
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
Well, I don't want to spend so much money, so I'm gonna just start.
Yeah, I
now
got you.
And like stop it after this week.
Absolutely fine. Well, technically, a week in my
Or
campaign
whatever.
for Easy Calendar is 10 days. I'll round up and say you had 5. So you have to do, you'll keep track of this, or I can, because BOD. You have 8.5 more weeks to do to get trained in it. And there's ways to expedite it, but for the most part, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And you had just asked us if this was during the time skip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll train over the next 4, quote unquote, 5 days. Just firing the gun and learning how to use it, and she teaches you. And she seems to be not maybe an expert by the stretch, but is at least familiar with the gun. She teaches you how to clean it, what can cause it to jam, and stuff like that. The basic information, stuff that you would already have seen through your experience or your life experience. But yeah,
Because of my high sleight of hand, am I already flipping the gun and shit?
sure, fuck it.
Trying to do cool shit.
I can do the cool shit.
You can't
before
do
I
any.
learn how to use it.
You can't do any quick like trick shots. But yeah, you can flick it around like a fucking cowboy. I don't care.
Yeah, okay, cool.
No, that makes sense to me. Cool. Anything else from anybody?
One more question: is there revolvers in this world, or is it just flintlock?
Technically, well, yeah. It's all flintlock for the most part, with the exception of some extreme cases like Cypher's rifle. But that's not like a Barrett 50 cal. It's just like a.
I didn't imagine it was a
No.
50 cal.
Yeah, he just has that. But the weapon she's using specifically is a flintlock revolver, which do exist. Look them up; they're pretty cool.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, they're pretty sick. Cool. What's up?
So, Velka is. I'm assuming Ashlyn is in like the medical quarters, you know,
Yeah.
as he's. Hey Ashlyn,
Yes.
if I asked you to teach me how to like write or like understand Infernal, would you?
Possibly.
Why did you choose Ashley?
Okay.
The
I don't know
truth
if we
of the
should-
matter is, I never learned Infernal.
How do you?
It's just sort of in there.
Is it possible for you to teach, like, a human Infernal?
It's not impossible. I've just never done it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to know in case I ever wanted to write like a private letter to my sister or anything like that, like something that I didn't want Kyther Elm to read.
Very well.
We don't have to start right now. I think there's more pressing things at hand, but let's keep that in my back pocket.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Think of the queen.
What?
Think of the queen.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
I will.
Fuck that bitch.
All right. Whoa. No, rightfully so. Luke, Arwen, what are you up to for your little time skip? What's up?
Oh, what? Really? I guess. Dude, I someone to teach me how to use a fucking shield. That'd be funny. No, I don't really have anything to do. I don't know my skill. I think I had more than 4. That's okay.
Well, something a little close to home for you. The clan is on the boat. No. The entire time you're sailing, although you're kind of used to this, wow. Although you're kind of used to this type of situation due to your experience with him, Magician is quiet. He doesn't say anything, does not make himself known. And the only real indicator that you know that he's, like, quote-unquote alive is the fact that, well, you're still alive. That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
And then also his hat on your bed that you put on. So, but yeah, he keeps to himself. And if you go into the wine cellar, the arm, he's not in there.
Actually.
But although I will say, when you're, I assume at some point you probably would have,
Mm-hmm.
You can do it.
I assume at some point during the journey you go into the arm.
Probably.
Okay, if that's the case, then that smell of ozone that accompanied the hat appearing on your bed, once again, is kind of lingers in the air of the lamp, or whatever.
Okay.
But is gone after a short while.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's it.
Say my name.
No, I hate you.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I still have my calligraphy tools. Yeah, I think I got them back from a long time ago. I think I got them back from the mansion.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Waka literally stole them and then left them.
It wasn't
Like
that
an annoying
you
little
allowed
sister.
me. Hey, she almost died.
Doesn't matter. Didn't ask. I think he would just like practice his calligraphy to himself since he hasn't done that in a while.
Sounds good. Easy peasy. Cool. Sounds good. All right. The only last person I had to harass was Andon, and he's gone, so he's gonna get a time skip. Get loading screened, idiot. You want me to grab them for you? Yeah, okay. I'll be right back. Enjoy the sea shanties in my absence.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh my god. He's a different color now.
Oh my god, the chair.
The chair is magical.
The chair behind me. A ghost moved it. Just kidding, it was my cat.
It's not a ghost, it's a cat.
favorite flavor.
Huzzah! Is he not back yet? Fuck!
No, he moved.
Davis, look at the progress on my Munchie boy.
Oh, sick.
Oh my god.
It's a mimic. It's a
It
mimic.
is a mimic, but it is my dice jail. For when my dice failed me and almost made me attack my brother.
We've all
Hi,
been there.
I'm back.
I just want to attack my brother for being a conservative, so I'm glad that you left it up to the dice.
Well,
Hi, Andon.
sorry for the delay. On the bright side of things, I have a psychiatry appointment now. It only took 3 years.
Dude,
I'm finally glad that they're catching up.
Is Carl alive still?
Sadly.
So it's another shitty day in America?
Yep.
Well, perfect. Is there anything you want to do on the boat?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm going to sit my student down in Teacher Infernal.
okay.
Sounds good. While you're cooking and
We're spending a lot of time together recently.
but in that room, because if you leave Elias, he might die.
Yeah.
If we're not there to directly observe him, who knows what could happen to him? Literally anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything. All right. Let me put on a little Irish jig. Do you think if I type in Irish jig on Spotify, I'll get something? Oh,
Some playlist.
Spotify's pretty good, I would say.
I don't know how I feel about the name of this band, the Irish Pub Society. That sounds like the IRA in disguise.
And you don't like it?
Yeah, because the IRA doesn't exist anymore, and also we can't make jokes about me being part of the about me being part of the
This is
IRA
that fucking band.
because Discord is already on my tail. I already told this to BJ. I'll tell you guys later, but I got an email from them.
You got an email?
I got an email from Discord.
Discord, Mr. Discord himself.
John
John
Discord.
Oh my god.
All right.
We should get a new name for it.
Name is my little
Generic
pony
or
character,
what?
John Discord.
John Discord. This is called Irish Jig. It's by Irish Pub Society. There's another song that I'm going to queue up called The Irish Drinking Song Jig, made by the Irish folk. So,
Anything Irish? Any more Irish stuff?
could be. There's more. I could find more. There's Joey Zambon. He's cool, I guess. Is he? Oh, he's verified. 4,000 listeners! Alright. So you guys, after your stint on the ocean, after 4 days, find your way back in the quiet town of Kilbank. It remains stagnant, like the last time the party docked. Quiet town. No music playing, but for the atmosphere there is, of course. But here's the funny thing. When you guys come to dock, I will say that it is mid-afternoon, because time... Sorry, the cat jumped on my desk. It scared me. Because time doesn't exist. You see, awaiting the group, that's you guys, on the dock by himself, Lancelot.
The main man himself. I forget what he looks like. Hold on.
He's tall, sexy, smart, slim.
That's most of the people in this
He has
channel.
red hair.
He's got red hair. But he's got long red hair. I don't know if you're looking for a photo. There was never a photo.
There wasn't? Okay.
No, I had to describe him. Do you want me to describe him again for you?
Yes, please.
1 second. Let me just scratch out the sexy. Human man in his 40s. He's got lightly freckled pale skin. He has, and I quote, outrageously long, semi-curly red hair that flows down to just past his butt. Accompanying his hair, he also has a well-kept Balbo style. I became Irish. Style beard. It's like the thin beard that looks kind. It looks Christian Bale. And you see that he, single blue eye with his other eye covered by a black eye patch. Oh, I never told you his exact height. Yeah, he's no shorter than 6'5", and he has the build of a man, like the Dorito build, and he's also never like. Wow, it is a rough day. Yeah, he's built.
Built different.
And he wears the high-waisted black pants, accompanied by a tucked-in white shirt with gold trim. He wears heeled black boots, and he has a golden band on his left ring finger, and then another ring similar to that of Galahad's on his other hand. And he does not carry a weapon. I think that is everything. Yes. Do you have a good picture of him now? Sexy pirate man. Fuck! He's not a pirate.
Fuck yeah.
Sexy man.
Sexy pirate adjacent man.
Yeah. So this massive man is waiting for you at the dock. And as he sees your ship sail in, he jumps up and waves at you guys like he's trying to call you over. There's only one dock, or there's only one harbor. There's only one deck.
So, is he doing the equivalent of like a homeless person coming up to your car when you're in the middle of a driveway or a drive-through?
Exactly.
Dude, I fucking hate that shit.
But no, he's excited to see you. It's like your grandma waiting with like a sign like, "Hi, welcome to wherever grandma lives." Yeah. Except he's waving you guys down in case you guys didn't know where you were going.
Big sign that says the good ones on it.
Followed by, in parentheses, and the pirate.
The good ones and a pirate.
And the boat, not unexpectedly. God damn it! Oh my God! Unpredictably, goes to where he's flagging you down. And as the crew jumps in action, raising the sails and tying themselves down to the dock, Lancelot and the gangplank hits the dock itself. Lancelot jigs on board. Not technically correct verbiage, but I'm gonna go for it. And he looks around. I can't believe how long you were gone for. He's not saying that to anyone in particular. He's just looking around at the boat, more or less. And he like kind of takes in a deep breath and looks around. Is that a fucking shark?
That's Jinbei. Put some respect on his name.
Jinbei, much taller than Lancelot, looks down at him. Lancelot looks at him respectfully. It's like if a normal-sized person met Shaq. That's a good...
I
yeah.
fucking love those videos. It's just him like with a water bottle. The water bottle looks like it's too small.
Yeah. Lancelot is still energetic. My apologies. I did not know you were Jinbei. How's the rest of you?
Fine.
I'm gonna say Velka's down still in the medical quarters. She's not here for that.
Okay, so he's speaking to Arwen, Dredgen, and Shiro then. Sound good?
We're doing well. Just, it's been a long adventure, we'll say.
You were gone for less than a week.
It's been a long time.
Well, are you sure it's been? Hold on, GM. Are you sure it's been only a week?
It's been a little bit more than a week, but he's not counting travel. He's not counting travel.
How do we know that?
How does he know that?
He just knows.
He just happens to know.
He's not a sailor. He's not a sailor. He doesn't know the weather. He is just a knight. He was also a lawyer. That is all. He looks vaguely pirate-shaped.
Sure.
He dresses like a pirate. He has an eye patch like a pirate, but he doesn't have a scimitar or like a rapier or any pirate weapons. He doesn't have a parrot. He doesn't have a peg leg. He's got all of his limbs, all of his fingies, all of his toes.
He's never seen a ship before.
Yeah, I mean, he was super accustomed and knew where everything was on your ship, where, you know, most things would be kept. But no, definitely not a pirate or a sailor. Please, put some respect on his name.
Georgian Drake doesn't like that. He knows the amount of time that we were actually at Theros, and regarding of like how long have we been at sea.
Is aren't you supposed to be protecting someone?
Oh, you're talking about Merlin.
Yes.
Protection is a bit of a strong word. I'm just there so that people think I'm the one that's actually protecting the area. No, she doesn't need my protection, technically. Unless something gets real close to her.
Wait,
What?
were you just waiting on the dock for us to get back?
No, I just knew when you would show up.
You know what? All right.
It's not that crazy.
I guess our ship is very noticeable from.
No, it's not that either.
No.
And he looks past you at Percival.
Is he? Hold on, I have a question. What's the setting? Are we on shore? Are we like on?
Yeah, you're like, the crew's like,
We have ducked
offloading and loading.
He's looking past us.
Yeah, to Percival, who's on the boat.
behind you.
Yeah, behind
Dude,
you.
I get a jump scare. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Yeah, he sneaks up on people. Percival. You forgot There's not many of us left. How can you forget
That was when we met in
in the
Sly's bar.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
And he's been helped teaching Vesper how to not illegally forge documents.
I didn't know about that. Okay, I must have missed that somehow.
Well, it's a night crew thing. You wouldn't understand. You're sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Certified night crew activities.
I'm the fucking person looking on our ship.
He's. Oh yeah, you weren't there. Yeah, because this was before Magician. Yeah. Percival's just been on the boat.
Okay. I did not. I was like, wait, what?
He was lurking in the shadows behind all the furbolgs.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, no, he was keeping me up to date where you were. Well, when you were coming in, so don't worry. I've not been waiting here the entire
Oh.
time. But if you would like
So
to think that,
I
you
just
can.
must have completely missed you, Percival. on the ship.
He looks at you and
I've
just
been-
nods.
Well, I'm going to gather the rest of us, and I'm going, bring Merlin the requested object. You would like to accompany us? I don't really.
That's just why I'm here. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I see that you
I
got
go-
cannons.
yeah, we're gonna do a little finessing for that.
Those
I
are
slip away while Georgian answers the question.
those
Go
are
get
good
involved.
standard issue cannons right there. That's what those are. Those are good cannons. He looks at him. Military owned for sure
Oh, yeah, yes, for sure.
by the Marines.
Oh,
Yes.
by the smell.
Good cannons. Those will get you some decent mileage.
This guy even know what a mile is, or is he saying knots?
Those will get you some serious nautical knots.
I do not respond to that at all.
I see that you have a new sign and that it's a bit more accessible. We're gonna skip now as he's looking over the boat.
Yeah, I get the rest of the party. Whoever the fuck is just not here.
Okay, you go down into the medical bay and you see Ashlyn flossing. No, you see Ashlyn Volka in the small room, which also Elias.
We're here. Do you want to accompany the rest of the party to go to Merlin?
What are we gonna do about Elias?
Hup.
I don't
Pick him
know.
up.
I'm
Yeah, I
asking
guess
you
we're
if you
doing
want
this.
to come. We're
Nothing's
taking
gonna
him
help.
with us.
I guess if Ashlyn's picking him up, I guess I'm helping.
I don't think that's necessary.
Necessary.
We do have to walk quite a way. We don't have. How about we just leave him here until and one of us stays behind, Or we ask one of the crew members to look after him instead of moving him and maybe compromising his ice medical procedure. I don't know. It just doesn't sound very wise.
I also don't think it's a super good idea to move him. We could bump his arm into something. It could crack.
It's not that important. I'm just handing off an item.
I'm fine with staying here.
Ashlyn.
Oh, okay. Ashlyn puts him down.
Okay. I'm leaving.
Miss Pornshredder, did you do any improvements to the boats? To the boat in my absence?
Me. This is to me now.
We got some beds.
Are they properly secured?
It's not OSHA regulated.
It's not. Oh, it's not OSHA. It's Ocean.
But
No, I'm being serious. The Marines will get you for it.
well, we took it
How
from
are they
the
gonna know?
Marines.
Oh, blimey, you stole shit from the Marines. That explains the cannons. I see you. Don't worry. Your secret's safe between you and me. If you give me a gold coin, I am a lawyer after all, and if pressed by proper law enforcement, I will have to report it to them.
I don't care.
I like the way you think. Living life on the edge.
What are they gonna do?
Arrest you. That's what they'll do. Put you in prison? No, they'll just carry you. Okay.
In there.
Very well. Well, where is your purple-haired friend? I need to speak to her.
I don't know. I'll point to where she is.
She's downstairs.
I'll
Sleeping.
point to downstairs.
Okay.
Which was
He goes down the stairs. He passes by you, Arwen. Pardon me. And he begins to, like, when you call a cat, like, pss, 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 pss. And goes, oh, there she is. And then you watch as he, like, kind of dodges out of the way, steps over people to get to her, and then pokes her. Miss, you and I have something to discuss. And she, like, looks at him, like, sleepy. Good. Arwen, are you observing this interaction?
No.
Okay.
Actually, you know, yeah, I will. I'll like. Wait.
They seem to be kind of whispering amongst themselves. And then, let me double check. Yeah. You see her tired demeanor go from, like, calm to disgruntled. And then you see Lancelot, or not see, but you hear, and I guess supposed to see, Lancelot chuckle. And then she hands him a gold piece. And then he pats her on the back and goes, "That's the right choice, lass." And then takes it and then pockets it.
$100.
He
Could have been so much better. You only asked for a fucking dollar.
well, you committed a felony. You
Alright, well, I'm calling Saul.
he looks back and sees you looking at him, Arwen. Are we ready to go?
Well, I am.
Any extra cargo we're taking?
No, just my person, I guess. Just
Okay.
nothing else.
Vesper stands up. I would like to go. And Lancelot turns around. Very well. Tag along.
Right then.
And she stands up and gets dressed.
She's just naked the entire time.
She's not naked. She's not naked. She's just, like, putting on her boots. Grabbing her weapon.
Taking my opportunity to post it.
What do you mean, take an opportunity to post it?
Naked Vesper.
Yes.
Okay.
Her exact face. Cool. And then the three of you go up. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. I just want to remind you, I don't know if you care, but Hexa did say that Elias can only be cured by a talented mage, and they're wanting to leave him on the boat.
Oh, they're straight up leaving him there?
Yeah, they're deciding to leave him there.
I mean, can we go tell Merlin what's happening?
You can. I'm just letting you know. I just want to keep you.
I mean, I was just gonna tell Merlin, like, hey, our friend on the boat is dying. We need to go and move him. Even though Merlin's like a cripple. You know, I feel like I'm not strong enough to argue with their strong people's stupid decisions.
Okay, sounds good. I just want to let you know. All right, I'm back.
Welcome.
Cool. So who all is going with Lancelot? Shiro, Ashlyn,
Me.
Dredgen, Arwen, and Vesper. And then Valkyrie staying behind?
With Elias.
Okay. Sounds good. 1 second. Skirt.
This beautiful
We will switch to this one. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. You guys, following Lancelot, not with your cart, no deer, horse things. You guys follow him through the town of Kilbank, through the forest, and then all the way back. And it's a little bit of a while because you guys are walking. All the way back to Camelot. And I should mention this from the beginning. Obviously, Percival is coming with him. And the two kind of talk to themselves.
We forced him to stay on the boat.
Actually, Percival, you're a prisoner now. Sorry.
What are they talking about?
Hmm?
What are they talking about?
Law things. You want to know what they're talking about?
Sure.
They're talking about a case that.
Bathroom real quick.
Okay. They're talking about a case that Percival is working on, where they're trying to build up enough evidence to throw some guy out of court for falsifying records against one of their clients. It's all him. And that's the reason why he was in Theros, was that he was observing and trying to figure out information on a nobleman. Hence why he was in the Sly's casino.
He's really against your water.
Yeah. And then Lancelot takes an opportunity to share this information with you. I know we didn't talk about this last time, but and he was more or less directing this to Vesper because she's the one who paid him. My focus in terms of law and protecting those who work within the side of it or outside of it is maritime. And old Percival over here works in violent criminal law and fraud. Vesper, it all makes sense to her now. Oh. And then he continues, because he likes talking about the people he works with. King Arthur, she works in just Prathian law in general, as well as magical law, which is only really important in Winterbank. Sir Gawain, he focuses on inheritance law and family law. And Sir Mordred focuses in commercial law. And then last but certainly not least, Sir Galot focuses on environmental law and border law. So, in case you ever need any of those expertise, well, you know where to find us. And he just kind of smiles and goes back to talking to Percival. But after some traveling, you guys make it to the lake with the broken bridge, to which you guys take the two boats across. Not racing this time, because Volka's not there. Super sad. He wanted the rematch.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. Your sins are forgiven. But the doors open. Not that anybody's there to open them. Magic. And as soon as you guys enter Camelot, Percival, with his limited belongings, heads straight to his chambers. Bids you farewell. Good thanks. And then leaves. And then Lancelot takes in a deep breath and goes, well, thank the divine above that stickler is out of our hair. What do you say? You want to commit some crimes? Jeez, what a crowd. He was directing that to you guys. Very well, no crimes being committed. That's alright. How about we go and see Merlin? And he, like last time, leads you down the same path to Merlin's chambers. This time, unlike last time, he decides to knock. There's a pause, knocks again, and then he puts his ear to the door. Okay, we're good. And then opens the door. As you guys enter, you're once again greeted by the chambers, or the like the library-esque chamber. And you can see Merlin sitting in her huge chair. Once again, items floating around her. But as you enter, she cleans up everything, sending it back to their proper little places, all of her little trinkets.
If you have a picture in the People's tab?
She does not know. Yeah, sorry. The Fire and Brimstone people are pretty lacking. The only person who has one right now is Percival. But if you want to know what she looks like, it's Elias, but with glasses. And also a woman. Yeah, it's another they, them. Oh, God, no! Okay.
Hey, oh no, I wasn't talking. I was going to do something, but if she's gonna talk,
No, as soon as you guys enter, she's looking at you, expecting.
Okay. I mage hand her the thing. I'm looking across the room.
Right, because of other side effects.
Yeah.
She takes the lead flask. Are you giving her? Are you giving her
Blood.
both?
No.
Okay. She takes it and then she pours it out on the. Oh my God. She pours it out on the desk. Just a little bit of it, sprinkles, and after observing it, you've done very well. This is exactly the thing we were looking for. I will get to work right away, so that way we can get you in and out of here. It will probably take me a good day to complete the magic item, but once I'm done,
Alright.
you're free to go.
We need your assistance with something else.
What might that be?
I'm going to describe what I saw through the detect magic spell with Elias's arm.
Oh, like the void and everything?
Yeah.
She, as you're describing this to her and finish, does not seem surprised in the slightest. Oh. Yes, I should be able to help with that. That might take another day for recovery, but I can assure you by the time that we are done with his treatment, he will be back to normal. Where is he?
Excellent. On the boat.
Lancelot turns to look at you. He was on the boat.
Yes.
I was on the boat.
Yes.
We could have taken him here,
Yes.
but we didn't.
Correct.
Why is that?
I was told not to.
Oh. Bahu. Did you hear what he said?
I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Very well. Well, I'm going to go back to the boat and get him now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Leaves. But as he's about to leave the door,
I
he
realized that was the plan, to ask her to be like, "Hey, fix him."
opens the door, and you hear Merlin shout out to him, Lancelot. Yeah, Merlin. Thank you for knocking this time. And he, thank you for knocking this time. And then before leaving, slamming the door as he leaves. And you can hear his heavy footsteps on the stone outside. clopping away. It is clopping. Is there anything else I can do for the rest of you? Okay. Well, in the meantime, how about... And she begins to stand up, and when she does, she grabs... it looks like she... Long day. Reverse. She stands up from her chair, from her crisscross applesauce position. Doing so, she lifts herself out of the chair, and when her feet touch the ground, she's stable for a second and then kind of collapses, very woozy, like someone with like vertigo or nausea, before kind of starting herself and then fixing her glasses. I'm sorry about that. How about all of you go find yourself some seating in the dining room, and Percival will prepare you some food. You look like you've been fed like sailors.
That'd be much
Pretty
appreciated.
accurate.
That'd be much
If I could
appreciated.
feel insulted, I would.
Once Lancelot what is this person's name?
Elias.
Well, once Lancelot brings us the Elias into our care, we will his treatment will be taking place in my and she like looks for like a better term to fit with the theme, Mage Tower. And she looks at you disappointed with herself. I suggest anybody who is not human, and she looks at the 4 people in this room, none of which are human or appear to be human. Well, I guess Dredgen. I would ask that none of you who are, by any chance, non-human, to remain far away, for the treatment could have dangerous effects.
What kind of effects?
She looks at you with this complex.
Can you explain the affliction to me?
She looks at you excited. Yes, I can. Functionally, to keep things simple, he stepped too far into the interstice, where mages of all kind, all magicians, gather magic, or that's where they get the power to cast magic. And clergy people, as well as necromancers, can dip a little bit further, hence why you see them do resurrection or a pseudo-resurrection through necromancy. So in this particular case, he stepped too far. Presumably, he tried to resurrect someone, and we're stuck with him more or less being consumed by the interstice. It's not that uncommon in unskilled mages. Although, with this being said, not a lot of unskilled mages can attempt to do what this person did. So I would say that they've probably done this before, and they're getting close to the last time to being able to do this again without the interstice consuming them.
And how are you going to cure that? Do you, like, pull them out?
No. So the interstice, like I said, is where we pull our magic from. So in other words, it is a well of magic. What's happening to your friend, the interstice is trying to pull him back. Right? So
Right.
that's why you see the void in the magic. Meaning, if we take him and place him in the interstice, over time, the wound should heal.
Right.
So, functionally what would happen is my tower, although on the outside will look completely fine, on the inside we will be going directly into the interstice. and we will sit there and wait. But because of its properties, most of which is relatively unknown, we can only do, or this is where I prefer to do my enchantment anyways. So this works out well. I will craft the magic item for our client, and then he will also be healed, so it's a win-win more or less. And of course I will observe his treatment.
Perfect. All right.
And then specifically, the reason why I say non-human creatures, and that kind of extends. Dwarves are fine, elves are fine, so on and so forth. But where things get complicated is when we have celestial and fiends in there, so tieflings and Azimir. They sometimes have a negative effect by being inside a place where gods, devils, everything goes to die, with the exception of mortals. And then she pauses. Danger will seek us out. Does it look like Arwen's kind of... Oh, you're muted. All right, well...
Sorry. No, I
Very
was,
fine.
I was chomping.
Does it look like Arwen is understanding this information, or is he a bit lost?
Oh yeah, he understands.
Okay.
Third on the camera on. I'm like,
So yes, and then she kind of takes a moment after lore spieling. What is your area of expertise in terms of magic?
that's, I guess, it would be like Dunamancy, right? Which is like ground magic, technically.
Dunamancy is time magic.
Is it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. Ground magic.
Interesting. Is this magic learned or given?
Oh. Some learned, some given.
Okay. In that case, you are more than welcome to join me inside the chambers if you wish.
Oh, do I have that? I guess I'm proficient in Arcana, so I would know, like, if I could do that.
No, you
Right,
wouldn't.
like-
this is the first time you've ever heard of
This
it.
is-
Yeah.
Okay, this is completely
Yeah, this is completely new.
violent. Okay.
Like I said before, you have a little bit of an understanding of the interstice because of your
Right.
stint with the purifiers.
Yeah, I would like to learn more about how magic works, I guess, more than what I already thought I knew.
Perfect. And if you have any questions regarding Dunamancy, Graviturgy, or Divination, please let me know and I will be able to inform you. For the people who are watching from home, that is time magic, gravity magic, and holy magic. To an extent.
But that's the.
Thank you.
Why do I think
moderator.
Dunamancy was brown?
No.
There's not actually one for D&D. That's just. I think.
Yours would kind of be more of evocation.
Yeah, it would be kind of.
Because you're evoking. But that's not
maybe,
the
maybe conjuration,
Conjuration would also work. But it doesn't really matter. It's okay.
transmute.
Trans? Congratulations. All right. Well, please go eat now, especially you, Arwen, because you will need the strength to. Well, you'll see.
Okay.
And she smiles. When Lancelot gets here, let him know where I'm at if he already doesn't know. And she, shakily, with a couple steps before regaining full control of her body, I will see you all then. Or I will see some of you then. Vesper looks fucking lost. When Merlin leaves the room, she looks at you. Where the fuck are we?
Why'd you come along if you didn't know where we were going?
I was coming to observe who these people are. Percival was telling me about them during our studies, teaching, and he brought up the different knights and their different ways of handling situations, and he did not explain that one.
Well, we don't know too much about them, but we're working for the same client, so you can call them co-workers.
Do you know the names?
Yes.
Their real names? Or the names that they
No.
given them? Okay.
Names.
Secretive.
I don't know their real names.
Secretive bunch. Oh, very well. I will just continue to observe. Do you guys go to the meal hall?
Yes.
Okay. It's a giant dining room. Percival either somehow knows or was informed by Merlin. You can figure it out. You're smart people. Brings you simple food, drinks if you want some, wine, ale, or whatnot, and keeps you guys more or less entertained. Volka, there's a knock at the door.
I will answer the door.
You see Lancelot peeks underneath the door. I'm here to gather a Mr. Elias.
Oh, so you guys can fix him?
I can do no such thing. Merlin, on the other hand, is a lot more talented than I.
All right. Uncle goes and picks Elias up, I guess. Is there a problem?
A little bit. You have a lot of weapons on you, a lot of everything. Elias is already a person, and speaking from experience here, people weigh a lot, and they will begin to drag you down. With that being said, would you like some help carrying him?
Yes, please.
He nods. I, if you can believe this, am not as human as one might believe. I do have some magical enhancements. I can carry him without any problems. I do have a question for you, Miss Volka. I'm still upset by the time you beat me in that rowing race. And I would like a rematch. And we will get there one day, rowing. But something I'm really good at is running.
Are we sure we want to run carrying Elias?
On my wedding day, Miss Volka, I ran across an entire countryside with my wife in my hands, and she was carrying her favorite wine in a chalice, and not a single drop was spilt that day.
That's impressive.
Thank you. I'm quite... You might say that I have legs of a sailor. I'm stabilized. But I'm not a sailor. Yeah.
All right then.
Once we get on the dock, we will start. And it's real simple. The first person to reach the shoreline, you just follow me if you can keep up. If not, I'll come and find you.
Okay, thanks.
Whoever, gets there wins. All right.
Okay.
The crew kind of watches as the two of you leave. It's very funny because you're really short. He's really tall. He's carrying a man. You're not. And as you guys land, you get on the dock and everything, he kind of stretches. He's holding Elias bridal style. And then he looks to one of the crew members. Count down from 5, please. And 5, and then say go. That's when we'll run. Go. And the sailor does as he's told. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go. And then the two of you take off. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you run through the woods.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, it's acrobatics. You're dodging roots, as the northerners say.
Okay.
Let's see how he does.
The roots.
Well, he didn't critically fail, which means he will not be dropping Elias today.
I got a 5.
Oh, wow. Well, fortunately, as you're running, not only is this man fast, but he's also, able to, better than you, dodge over roots and what have you that would, stumble the average person or the below average person, but you are an idiot this time around. With that being said, I'll say for the sake of argument that you're able to keep an eye on him, although he's blazing through this.
I come from the desert, not the woods.
And when you guys reach the shoreline, he beats you by like a couple seconds, and he looks at you, takes his head to the side, lets out a deep breath, and goes back to you. Wasn't even that bad.
I think Velka says that I come from the desert, not the woods.
And what does that have to do with anything? You gotta be good in all the elements. You see?
I suppose you're right.
Well, because I am the victor, we are now 1-1. Great news for me. You'll be rowing the boat. He sits down in it.
Okay. Take
Um,
the...
Yeah, I gotcha. The oars. You're good. You guys sail across, and then enter the mansion, castle. Not again. Lancelot looks around. If I had to guess, what Merlin did is she probably told them to go get food because she's a glutton, and she probably went to a tower. You don't know where the tower is. This is not good.
No.
Alright, I'll take you to the Mule Hall, and then we'll go to the tower. He's not doing anything
Okay.
with his hands, they're occupied. He's kind of doing it like underneath Elias.
Motioning Elias.
Yeah. He's like whipping him around, using his own hand, using Elias's arm that way. He walks you through the manor to the dining area where you find your party. Munch on some food, drinking. Percival sitting at the end of the table, far away from them. Oh! Well, look who it is. It's me, and I'm holding your friend. And he looks at you specifically, Shiro. I'm thinking you could do great things with the belly of the boat.
You say.
I will say, but first let's get this man dropped off in the, I don't know, her tower of sin. It goes against everything I've been taught as a child. Magic. Oh no.
Saying this like as we go up the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are like he's like walking. You walk up, or past this, my apologies. You walk through, a quad. And at the other end, you see this large, not scary looking tower. It's just a normal tower. But the Lancelot goes up to it. Instead of knocking like a normal person, he takes his kneecap and bangs it against the door, like not a normal person. And then he opens it, holding Elias over his shoulder for a second. And then you guys see another door. And this time it's like a vault door. So it's like it's got the swivel handle, like the wheel. And he spins it, no lock or anything, and it opens. And you guys are inside a very cluttered, organized chaos wizard tower. And you can see that there are multiple floors, although it's just one spiral staircase that leads straight up, and you can see the tip top of the tower, where it looks like it is the only closed off floor. All the other ones just have a what was that? Yeah, hole. Thank you. Yeah, so you can see straight up. Merlin is on the bottom, and you can see that she has like kind of pulling out of this like closet a very simple metal frame with a bed on top of it. And she motions for Lancelot, who walks over, sets Elias on it, and then drags it further before going back into the closet, not like that, and then bringing out some chairs. All right. Lancelot says to Merlin, and Merlin looks at the rest of you. So, who all will be staying and observing? I know Arwen will, but is anyone else able to?
I'll stay. Am I able to?
Are you human?
Yes.
Are you afflicted with anything divine or demonic?
No.
You answered far too long. What is ailing you?
Lycanthrope?
She rolls her eyes. That is fine.
Okay.
He's also the person that he revived.
I didn't know that was. Okay.
That is
Like
relevant.
public knowledge, okay.
Well, it should be in this situation. This is,
She asked.
to my knowledge, very dangerous. Volka.
Don't worry. Your secrets are safe here within the walls of Camelot.
Okay, thank you.
I'm telling everyone.
Also, from what I've been told, someone on your crew has paid Lancelot to keep his mouth shut. Lancelot waggles a finger. My retainer fee is hefty. All right. Well then, the two of you may sit down. The rest of you, I must ask nicely to leave the chamber for the time being.
2 thumbs up, and then Ashlyn leaves.
Lancelot also gives Merlin a thumbs up before leaving. And as he does so, the doors behind him close, and then the people inside and outside, you guys can hear the wheel of the door churning, and then a locking sound. And then Merlin looks to Arwen and Volka, and without saying much, you are now being suspended in the interstice, so please do not try to open that door over there until I say otherwise.
Should I, am I allowed to ask you questions as you do this, or do you need to, focus? Is this, a deep concentration kind of thing?
No, that's quite fine. This is a rather simple trinket I'm being made. What questions do you have?
Oh, I was just wondering, if you were... If I had more of this material, could I request items, or, from you as well?
You could. The issue is that the item that I'll be crafting is, I don't want to say volatile, because it isn't, but there is a potential that something could go wrong.
Right.
So anything that
Well,
what would you like to have made?
After, I don't know what I can do with it, is my question.
She nods. Well, for instance, the trinket I'll be making is a simple one, where it will act as a stabilizer for those who are between past, present, and future. In other words, it will stop. Well, in this
Those
case,
lost in time.
yes and no. It will hold someone at the age they're in.
Ah,
Suspended.
Yes. Not
Alright.
immortality per se, but a slight form of it. So, but with that being said, something could go wrong if they were to walk into an anti-magic field, or if, I don't know, someone were to perhaps swallow it, gods forbid. But something like that could be done. But this is I like to keep things simple, because the more complicated we get, the more room for error.
right, that makes sense.
So if a trinket like this is something you're interested in, then yes. Otherwise, I would say you should probably dispose of the magic to a magician of a higher caliber.
That makes sense. I'll have to think of something to do with it.
For sure. And you can see that she has begun work. And it's just it's a desk that is meant for a lot of hobbies, and it's cluttered, and you don't know what item she's going to use next. But for the most part, it's looks like jewel crafting, as well as flipping through a lot of magical tomes. And she kind of surrounds herself with all the items, like she always does. But she's able to answer any questions you guys have, if you have any more. If not, I'll let you think of some potentially. Outside crew. Lancelot looks at all of you, smiles. So, what's the plan? What do we do now?
Thought you were gonna tell me what part of the boats I could fix on the bottom.
Oh, I don't think we'll fix. I think we'll improve.
I like improvement.
Actually, this might be a good time. Captain Dredge and Drake.
Yes.
I know that you folks are headed to Halfway after this. I humbly request for me to travel alongside you.
DM, do I have enough money to pay this man if I take him for sailing? Wait, is he asking? Wait, is he asking for?
He's just travel. He wants to travel alongside you.
Because last time he wanted to be part of the crew. I don't personally see a problem with it. I don't know if anybody else does, though.
Well, there's 5 of you, right? Okay. 3 of you are here right now, so as long as 3 of you agree, the other 2, their vote doesn't matter. Democracy.
Damn, he got me with democracy.
So, Miss Porntretter. Now, Ashlyn, I'm going to ask you, and if you say no, you're cucking me.
I'm unfamiliar with this word.
I will teach you all about it if you allow me to be on the boat.
A tempting offer. Weren't we supposed to prevent you from getting on the boat?
Who said that?
I don't recall.
Well then, it looks like you weren't told that.
Fair play. Yes.
Yes!
Yeah, there's your answer.
Don't worry, I already have my things packed.
DM, do we even have enough space left on the boat? Like, we're like almost nearing it, aren't we?
Yeah,
Capacity?
you definitely are. He might be able to find room. If not, he'll make some.
Okay, well, he's definitely the last person I'm grabbing. I'm telling him that right now. I'm like, you're the last person. We literally have to decline everybody else after this.
That's perfect. Listen. I will keep to myself unless people ask for my assistance. I might know a thing or two about sailing.
I'll keep that in mind. I know the night crew is kind of running on a skeleton crew at the moment.
Say less. I will help out with that. And Vesper looks at him. As co-owner of the boat. And Lancelot looks at her. Yes. I don't want to say no, because you are a generous man. And he points at her and smiles. Captain Dredgen, if we do bring him along, which is absolutely fine, my only condition is that if he starts over talking, overstaying his welcome, I have full authority to throw him overboard.
Granted.
Ow! I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Lancelot,
Get out of
that sounds like a fair deal to me. Perfect! And he takes his hand and reaches out to you, Dredgen, for a handshake.
I'll shake it.
I was attacked.
By an assassin. Okay. Okay, wait 1 second. Hold on. Before I grab my things. Do you want to hang out here at the castle? Or we could go back into town and you could see all the people who drink themselves to death? What sounds interesting?
Is this directed to me?
Huh?
Is this directed to me?
Just to the lot, the 4 of you.
I was really looking to see what the prices were for ship upgrades.
What are you looking to upgrade?
Anything, honestly.
Well, Pawn Treasure and I are going to expand the crew quarters.
What do you need for that?
Just wood. Pawn Treasure, you have tools, right?
Yes. I have tools.
She has tools. I have tools. We're good there. We just need wood. And fortunately for you, we are surrounded by trees. I'm not saying we'll chop down any trees. We'll buy it, but it'll be cheap.
Alright.
Anything
Well,
else?
if I can afford it. That's the only thing really on my mind at the moment.
I'm gonna kiss you.
Well, sounds good. How about I grab my things and we'll go down to the harbor. We'll pick up some supplies. We'll, detail it. We'll talk out the cost. Don't worry. I'll get you a bit of a discount. They love me down there. Big boat fan. And we'll see where that takes us. Okay. So he, skedaddles off for a minute. Is there anything you guys want to say amongst yourselves in the moment that you're not being hounded by a man? By this man? Okay.
That we're introverted, we don't talk to each other.
No, it's valid. That's super valid. I get it 110%. Okay. He comes back, and you can see he's got a trunk that he's just kind of got hanging over his shoulder with one hand. And then he's got what looks like a bunch of tools, like in a bag, that are just kind of jingling around. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Just one second, please. He drops his stuff and walks away. And then a couple minutes pass and he comes back and he's holding an envelope that has been sealed, and he walks up to Merlin's door or the outer door, and then takes the letter and places it in between the two doors. She'll get the message.
I'm gonna kill you.
All right, and he grabs his things down to the harbor. You guys go down to the harbor with ease, leaving Camelot. And he leads all of you up to a grumpy-looking Irishman, older. How can I help you? And Lancelot motions for you, Dredgen.
Do you have any wood for my boat?
For sure, for a certain price. What are you looking to do with the wood?
Upgrade cabin space.
And he kind of looks, looking for an answer. 50 gold pieces. Lancelot looks at him. I think we could do better. And the old man looks at him and then looks at you, Dredgen. 25 gold pieces.
That's better. I cough up 25 gold pieces.
Sounds good. I'll get my some of my sailors to drop the wood off by, and he looks at one of the only few boats. That one. Perfect. And as that's happening, I gotta feed my cats. I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. Unless the
I already
talk
told
is
you
about
earlier.
me. And it better be positive. I'll know I have a VOD.
Oh
Shut up.
my fucking god, I hate Davis.
Davis
Holy
actively
shit.
removed electrons from other atoms.
I think now is a good time to get a burrito.
Yeah, probably. Depends how long it takes to cook.
I
Well,
will
it's already
be right
cooked.
back.
I just have to make it.
Okay.
Is it just like I'm gonna throw some beans and cheese in a tortilla and put it in the microwave? Been there before.
I'll vamp while you guys are gone. I lied, I wasn't gonna vamp. You're stuck in silence, whoever is watching this. Probably BJ. Or me in the VOD later.
Mm. Guys, I think we should replace like A's in school, like American schools, with S's. So it's like a tier list.
I
Like
agree.
the American school system would be so much better that way. Like imagine your fucking little shit from middle school comes back home. It's like, Dad, I got a S tier on my math test.
My math teacher
I got a
rated me an S tier. Go!
Let's fucking go.
Give me my snacks too. I have.
Coffee cakes. Yeah, I already ate my snacks.
It takes slap.
Yes.
I don't like coffee, but these don't taste like coffee, so. They're cinnamon strudel. I think they're just called coffee. Aren't they just called coffee cakes? Because people like having them with coffee, not because they like taste like coffee or anything.
No idea.
Oh god, it's crumbly.
What's up,
I have food.
Pog? Luke, are you here?
Yeah, Mira, what's up?
Okay, actually, well, this is good. Anna doesn't even be here because this is in the hyperbolic time chamber from
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Merlin looks to you, Volka, and she hands you a white metal bracelet.
It's silver, burned through your hand.
What is this?
That right there is very important. This is the reason why I needed to know that you were the person that he risked to bring back from the dead. Do you have a strong constitution?
I think so.
Wear that bracelet.
Elka puts it on.
And then she hands the other one to you, Arwen. Put that around Elias's wrist.
Do so. Wait, which wrist? The inflicted one?
It doesn't matter, just whatever one's easier to access.
I put it on the uninflicted one.
This is for...
The other one is literally just in ice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, actually, I'll bring that up in a second. Merlin, still focusing on her task at hand, as you're putting the bracelet on. So this way it doesn't catch you as a surprise. You might feel a bit woozy, Ms. Volka, and that's just simply because he's absorbing some of your life force. It's nothing permanent, of course. It's just a way to keep him afloat.
Just a magical blood transfusion.
Literally, it is. And then she hands to you again, Arwen. She motions for you to come back, Arwen.
I come back.
Take this liquid and pour it over the ice.
I do so.
You watch as it like kind of splashes on the skin. Nothing happens, but as soon as it hits the ice, it begins to sizzle and eat away at it, melting it.
Okay.
The ice is no longer important here. I will say, though, that after the events that take place in the interstice, the hand will be, well, in the state it's in.
So it'll be harmed.
Yes,
Maybe even.
scarred, but that is why someone invented gloves.
He'll wear it with pride, I'm sure.
Yes.
How do you enter this space?
The interstice.
Is something you have to have a specialized climate for, or is it just something skilled mages do?
Yes and no. It requires a magician who's capable of traveling between planes. I've studied geomancy, graviturgy, which might not seem like it's important, but the two together can allow one to accomplish it on a minor scale. I myself could, in theory, go between planes, but it's a lot easier to enchant an object, if you can believe it in this case, because it is stable and still connected to the material realm.
Okay.
It's a bit of a paradox, really. We are both in the material plane and the interstice. There is no windows here for a reason. It would drive you insane.
Ah.
There are plenty of books. Yes.
So you need to learn magic that would allow you to shift planes.
More or less, yes. It's a bit more complicated than that if you wanted a stable connection between the two, because the interstice is a plane but also not a plane. I wouldn't say it's a demi-plane. It exists and it doesn't exist. Imagine a more volatile
Placed in
version.
between.
Kind of. Imagine a more volatile version of Shadowfell or the
Ah.
Nine Hells, but not like the astral plane. It's similar to that of Kalashtar and their ability to connect to the plane of dreams, simply put. It doesn't exist, but exists or it does exist, but only exists inside of the astral plane. The interstice exists, but between all the planes, mostly in the material plane, hence why we can draw upon it for magic.
Alright.
Volga looks...
Lost.
Okay. Actually kind of makes no sense, but also I'm piecing it together here. Arwen gets it, he's like, okay, yeah, I got it. Luke, it's like, okay, maybe.
The side effects of being here, well, it won't affect either of you, but specifically your friend Elias there, he might be magicless for a little bit. He owes, best way to put it, he owes the interstice a debt, which we are repaying right now. And it will collect on that debt until it is, well, completely paid off. So until that moment happens, magic won't be able to course through him.
So what other properties does this item that I guess this sand have besides the ability to manipulate time?
It's not really manipulating. It's like a stone in a river, right? So it stays still. Time still moves around it.
Okay.
Um,
So it's like an anchor to a specific point in
more or
time.
less. It's a bit more complicated than that, but fundamentally, yes. She, by the way, rolls up her sleeves of her flowing robes, and she puts on these long gloves, kind of similar to the purifiers, but more of like not as intense or scary or like, oh fuck, purifier. But something that you are able to notice is that up and down her arms, kind of overlapping each other, you see a bunch of burnt handprints. Burnt skin in the form of handprints. And she doesn't care. She just puts on her gloves. So yes, you could say an anchor point, yes. And she goes back to working. All your questions, she's answering. She doesn't seem annoyed by it. She just is focused on other things while she's answering.
Right.
Miss Volka, do you have any questions?
No, I'm not a big magic person. I I want to make sure Elias is okay.
You say you're not a big magic person, but unfortunately for you, you are deeply ingrained in magic now. I'm not just saying that because you're in the middle of what is a pool of magic. I'm saying yourself you are magical. Tell me, if you can, do you know what type of magic your friend there used to bring you back?
I've heard everyone say it was like revivification stuff, and then like I don't know.
What procedures did he take? Do you know?
He cut open my chest. Velka like pulls her shirt down a little bit, to show like the top of the scar.
You see Merlin's eyes flicker, changing from their normal color to like this brief white light before kind of vanishing, almost like a glare shot across your eyes. I see. It seems that you have been touched by necromancer's threads.
Yeah, I think so.
Funny story about those. Talented necromancers can use it, but do you know who invented it?
No.
It was a prodigy from a faraway village. Quite literally a faraway village. Far away, in the country of Faraway.
Okay.
Who was, like I was saying before, is a prodigy in magic. And they brought it into the the forefront of the magical world. Very strange. Few necromancers have been able to accomplish such a feat. It is a form of both necromancy and divination. Very strong. Anybody who can use it themselves is a rather talented friend to have.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have him in my life.
She looks at you and smiles before going back to her work.
You seem like you know a lot of, I guess, tales, maybe
Oh,
ancient history.
some.
Do you know anything about I guess, powerful mage from... Where am I even? Isle de Gaulle?
So, this is where, and she stops working for a second. This is where you are briefly mistaken, and that's quite alright. I am knowledgeable on some ancient history, but it pertains mostly to that of religious.
Ah,
So, unfortunately,
it's more, I guess, folk.
yes, that would be correct, and it is not folklore from Winterbank, so therefore I do not know it.
Alright.
With that being said, I might not know anything about it, but, and she taps her finger on the table. I will speak with Mordred. They do a lot of research. It might take some time, but I'm sure we'll cross paths again, and we'll see if we can find anything for you.
That'd be nice. How about, do you know anything about Nordland?
Quite a bit, yes. What do you need?
What about ancient, like back in the times of the gods and giants?
Ancient. Okay.
You're ancient bitch.
I
Get fucked
guess.
on.
Okay.
There's quite a bit to it. Is there anything you're trying to narrow down?
Some kind of sealed away evil, or not particularly evil, I guess evil. Maybe some kind of history on that? Just
A history of evil of Nordland.
a sealed away power.
She looks at you.
I know I'm being vague because I don't know much, but because there's not much to go on during those times. No one really talks about it. Actually, it's quite taboo,
Some of the
to my knowledge.
Arkfey was sealed away after the rebellion, but I wouldn't necessarily call them evil as much. Well, and she like nods to herself. To an extent, not evil. So, if you're talking about something that's a fey nature, then maybe, but an ancient evil sealed away from that. I mean, all the giants are dead, and the Arkfey that remain are still around and chaotic, but I wouldn't say evil, no. Are you sure you have the right faction?
Or maybe not.
Unfortunately.
Maybe so. I don't. I'll have to look into it. Do you have any books in the library or that I can read on?
No heavens, no. That's all memory. Unfortunately, I don't keep tomes of that in my collection.
That is fair.
In case Purifier decided to stumble across our grounds.
Right. So I'd love to ask someone who's a little bit more maybe intertwined with it all.
I don't have any information on it, but you do have me thinking. You might want to look into something. This is much older than most recorded history. You can look at the Dragon Wars.
Oh.
I don't know a single scholar
Really
alive
unfamiliar.
who knows about it too much. It is
Unrecorded history and all the tales are dead.
no, it's a folk history. It's passed from it's a verbal tradition. So if you're gonna find anybody who's gonna talk about it, it's gonna be someone who's either really old or a game of pass the message and hope it's kind of correct. But those
Do you
Dragon
know-
yes, the Dragon Wars happened in Winterbank, or what is now known as Winterbank,
Hmm.
and then some of the kingdom in between, which, as we know, no longer really exists. So your best bet is Winterbank / probably Faykeep.
Is it a taboo subject? I've never heard of it.
No,
Is it, or is it just old?
nobody really talks about it, and if it's taboo, the Purifiers certainly don't care. So I would reckon it's not
That's
taboo.
good. Well, I guess that's what I mean. The purifiers care. So I don't want to be asking about something that they would not like,
Maybe-
or that people would get suspicious of.
Maybe one of the Grand Inquisitors or the Pontiff, but you should be fine as long as you don't interact with any of those.
Right. I would hope not. I dread the day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. She goes back to working. Boat crew.
Do you know?
Oh, what's up?
Do you know if there's any kind of magic that can make people do something that they don't want to do or wouldn't normally do?
Very bluntly, yes.
A couple of quite simple ones,
Like what?
like command.
Commander. Charm person.
One word.
Charm monster.
One word. Okay.
It's a
I asked because before like I joined like the Moonlanders and stuff. My sister and I it's a long story. We were asked a question and she wouldn't have normally answered, but she answered.
Oh,
yeah, she definitely could have been charmed.
Is she? She's focused all on you right now, Balka. Elvish of any kind, your sister?
She's a tiefling.
Definitely could have been a charm. Do you have any idea what it could be?
I don't know a lot about magic.
I would reckon, and you might want to get another person's guess on this, but you said you were interrogated by who?
It was by purifiers.
Oh, then the answer is absolutely, without a doubt, Zone of Truth. Unequivocally. It's her favorite spell. Well, next to all the fire.
What exactly does Zone of Truth do?
It is a zone where she sounded like she was gonna give you a snide remark. It is a zone where upon entering it, if you don't have a strong enough will, you will be forced, if you choose to answer, all answers truthfully.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's it.
So yeah, well, most
Yeah.
of those who are familiar with purifiers know this, or any clergyman could do that. Actually, most I should say. I
I
shouldn't
don't know. I didn't grow up around it.
No, it's completely fine. Yeah, no, if it's the purifiers, then that was probably the spell. Outside of that, maybe it was, and she thinks herself, it could be something else, but if I had to take a guess, it'd probably be that one.
Okay.
If you're
Thank-
interested, and you really want to know, there is an old inquisitor who lives in the village. He's retired. But he retired to Strongwood. You never really retire from the purifiers. He is in a pseudo-retirement. So while he's still officially part of the purifiers, he keeps to himself. They don't really call upon him.
What's his name?
Funny enough, he doesn't tell anybody. Most people just call him Old Man.
Okay.
Or Ohm.
You know of a place to start looking for the dragon, like for history on the Dragon Wars? Like maybe somewhere near halfway.
Halfway? Definitely not. Oh, near halfway. Oh, probably Orendal, the crown city, or the capital of Winterbank, Witherheart. With that being said, I don't think you'll be getting into the Holy Library.
Right.
So I would
Most likely
suggest that.
not. Yeah, maybe Orndal.
Or if you know any traders who are deep, deep into the thick of it.
I think we might actually end up passing Orndal.
Well, then stop. Or don't. I really wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot of purifiers out there right now. With
Oh,
the
really?
yeah, one of the princes or princesses, their birthday's coming up. I don't know.
That's inconvenient. But alright,
Well, there's so many of them. So eventually,
that's true.
you just throw a dot at the calendar. You're bound to land on one of their birthdays.
Thank you. You've been very insightful.
Of course. Crew. Pirate crew. Boat crew. Harbor crew. You guys. You guys see a bunch of sailors, not your own, jump to begin moving wood for construction purposes near your boat. At which point your crew takes them on, or takes on the wood on board. I'm having a stroke. As you guys are observing this, Lancelot, standing there talking to you guys, having a blast. You hear someone shout out to him, or what you think is him. You hear a old British man voice shout out, "Alice!" And without hesitation, Lancelot turns around. the rest of you maybe turn around, maybe not. For those who do, you see an old human man dressed in purifier clothing. But that is the only thing nice about him. He, outside of that, he has a full head of white hair. Looks like he just got out of bed. A thick, bushy white beard, and these dull yellow-brown muddied eyes. And he has a bottle of liquor in one hand and no weapons on him. But he's in uniform. Lancelot turns, waves. 1 second, I'll be right back. And then runs off to meet with him. They exchange some words. The old man laughs. Lancelot laughs. And then they shake hands, and then Lancelot comes back. And then he remembers the situation he's in. Oh, good. I really hope I did not just scare you there. This might come as a shocker. You'll have to take my word for it. He's one of the good ones.
Who walked in?
He's not with
Just-
us.
APAB.
You're
I
right.
don't know that man.
He is what? So he's a purifier. That's pretty easy to notice, but he doesn't really do much purifying anymore. So he's alright. Keeps to himself, and he doesn't kill people. Besides, like bandits. But we were, in case you're wondering, we were just talking about how he received a message that there is a boat on their way here from Theros, damaged by a sea serpent. And there's someone on there named Bianca. Anything ring a bell?
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know anyone named Bianca.
A small help.
This relationship here is not going to work. You got to tell me the truth. I'll tell you the truth.
I think we should just get the wood on the boat.
Listen, I'm all there for you. Why is there... Just tell me. Be straight. Forward. Is there a purifier after you right now? Okay. Is it the one that we harassed earlier? When I called him Bianca because I asked you what his name was and it was actually Bianchi?
I didn't lie.
I do know a Bianchi.
Is that the one on the boat that was damaged a little bit?
Presumably.
Show my picture.
Yeah, you want to show him the picture? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a beautiful sketch. I like the tentacles. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh good heavens. He's probably rightfully pissed.
I mean, we didn't do it.
Yeah, but he's gonna blame
40%.
me for it.
That he will.
Fortunately, he's a couple of days out. So we'll get in, get out. You know how it is. No dilly-dallying. Not that I know that the village over here is really enticing, and you want to stay here for a very long time. But we will not be doing that this time around.
Get the wood on the boat.
Yeah. Your crew is getting the wood on the boat.
Sick.
Vesper looks at him being Lancelot. Alice. And he just nods. Alice. That's what my friends call me. Sam? Judgin, my apologies. You might recall that the Red Prince, their name is Alistair Bonaparte.
This man fucking lied to me.
He smiles. Yeah, Alice. It's short for my real name.
Uh-huh.
Do you not believe me?
Well, I believe you. It just means that you lied to me.
Do you still think I'm the Red Prince? Do you think Alice is short for Alistair?
What else?
It's short for Borealis.
I would
That's
like to insight
bullshit.
check.
Yeah, you can roll.
That's
I
a
will
9.
also, I will also
Yeah, you can
after
insight check.
this.
Yeah, go for it, Sam.
Okay, how the fuck do I roll that again? Where's insight? Where's insight? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
From what the both of you can tell, his name is Borealis.
Isn't the fucking gun in Destiny?
Yeah.
Or the Aurora
Yes.
Borealis.
That is the source of that name.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's Borealis, not Alistair. Although I could see the confusion, considering the red hair, the red prints, and everything, and how you
Oh
suspect.
yeah, just all of the little things
Oh,
that kind of add up to.
You think, like me knowing about sailing law and maritime law and piracy law and all that. Yeah, no correlation. I'm just fond of the ocean.
Wow.
You can look me
And
up.
not or not even the fact that this is his territory.
What are you talking
These
about?
things happen.
I simply live here because my wife's home is here, and I moved in.
That's a good cover story.
What do you mean it's a good cover story? That's my story.
Get your ass on the boat.
Coincidences happen all the time.
It's true.
Was the name of the purifier said?
Of
Asking
the
for a friend?
old man, no.
Yeah. Okay.
She said that he either goes by old man or Ohm, which is just old man.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
I thought that was him. I just, for some reason, did not connect that in my brain.
Dredger Drake, I'm gonna tell you right now. You can actually look me up under under the registry of lawmen, right? You can trace it all back. I also own part of the property near Camelot. My full name is Borealis Snowbird.
I want to do this. How do I do this? Where would is there a manifest somewhere?
Yeah, you want to write it down?
This man is awfully defensive.
I'm not
That's
defensive.
going
He says to the wind. Yeah, look it up. I'm innocent. I'm not this Alistair Bonaparte. Never been a pirate. Never been a pirate.
Does it say everything that?
Well, you'll have to go to a government agency, but yeah, you can look them up.
Is there one here or?
No, most major ports though.
Davis, you're fucking killing me.
What?
So
Borealis, Snowbird.
I mean, it makes sense though. Alice is short for Borealis. You could also go by Boar, but Alice is prettier, and he's a pretty.
now I ask him.
Mm.
So I'm gonna assume that I asked him if there's a government facility here,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming that he tells me. And I'm gonna say, oh, so that's just convenient.
Mm-mm. So, I swear, if my wife was here, she'd back me up. Do you think she'd marry a pirate?
Maybe she's just is part of your crew. She's part of cover.
First of all, how dare you? She's royalty. You keep that in mind. Keep yourself in check. And while it's not a government agency, I can bring old man over here, the purifier. Do you want to talk to him? He will verify everything for me.
I don't want to talk to the fire. I'll just have to take your word for it. There's really nothing I can do.
Do you not believe me, Dredgen? When have I lied to you?
I don't know if you're lying to me right now.
I wouldn't lie to you. Vesper, back me up here.
Does she back him up?
Vesper looks at you, Dredgen. He was a sailor at one point. And my father knows a lot of pirates, and I don't really know about this one.
Alright, you heard her. You're off the hook.
Look at that. Easy peasy. All I need to know is know the right people. Thank you, Vespa. Pats her on the back.
Wait, this fish.
She looks shell-shocked. Like 1,000-yard stare. Alright. As the last of the wood gets loaded on the boat, Paul and Tretta, you and I are going to get to work downstairs immediately. That is a big violation.
Violation.
It is? I'm not joking when I said the Marines can pull you over, inspect your boat, give you a big fat fine. And then you become a pirate. And then if I'm on your boat, that means I become a pirate, which means Dredgen wins.
God forbid I win.
We might already have some pirates on the boat.
He does a fake gasp.
Alright, let's go fix these fucking stupid.
All right.
About to go build some wall-mounted inset bunk beds.
Before you do that, no, we don't have to worry about the beds. You know how when I was on the boat the first time and he told me about secret compartments?
Fuck yeah.
Let's do that instead.
Okay.
For non-piracy related activities, he says aloud in case Dredgen is listening.
But of course.
And then he whispers to you, Shiro, now let me tell you some stories about my piracy now.
You tell me while we're building the secret rooms.
He keeps to himself.
Right.
No, he
And
doesn't.
then he just, like, fucking, we're the armor titan and,
Not gonna
colossal
happen.
titan.
Not gonna happen.
Speech.
He talks a lot about his wife, Shiro. He talks about how he misses her because she's always away on business and he's on guard duty because he's the strongest, allegedly, according to a narcissist. You know what I mean? But then he asks you about you, and he asks about your family as you guys are building.
I'll tell him about the little will-o-wisp kids.
Didn't you say you have a father?
Not like legitimately.
Oh, you were just joking.
Yeah.
Oh, so Captain Oxen is not your real father?
No.
You can see how that could be confusing.
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
No, his only child was murdered. So.
He does the. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
We've all
Yeah,
been there, truly.
Unfortunately, that wasn't me. So.
Allegedly. Allegedly. She could still be around out there. Maybe a pirate.
That he'd be so happy, I'm sure.
I don't think I've seen this man, Abby.
Real fast, and then we'll do a little time skip. Arwen.
Yes.
Merlin speaks up. Where did you learn your magic, if you don't mind me asking?
I guess my initial learning was from. I used to be a purifier, or like not. I used to work in the order.
As a flame
But-
seeker.
Yes. But my more, I guess, more of my magic has come from a pact.
Hmm.
With the spirit.
Hmm. I see. Fair enough. Nothing against patron magic. Nothing against patron magic at all. Okay. And she goes back to kind of amongst herself. Something I might have forgot to mention last time, or maybe you can just say you mentioned. You guys are able to see now. She, by the way, is a half elf, or elf-ish, elf adjacent. You know how it is. She also, by the way, Arwen, she claims that she's at least a master in 3 of the arcane arts, or one of the major arcane arts and then 2 minor ones. Typically, that's like a lifelong achievement that you achieve much later in your life. She's like late 20s, early 30s. Your best guess.
It's a fucking lolly.
Not a lolly. Not a lolly. Well, do yourself a favor. If you ever have the opportunity to, I would definitely recommend you investigating Dunamancy. It's a bit of a rarer school of magic, especially on those who could teach you. But it is... The utilities of it is quite possibly endless.
I'll have to do that.
I was fortunate enough that my father was a bit of a And she pauses for a second. You could say a master of Dunamancy.
That would be convenient, huh?
More or less. I do wish I got my mother's strength, on the other hand, unfortunately. But they always called me like a glass cannon, so... Or they being my other family, but that's neither here nor there. But yes. I would definitely recommend looking into it. And I'm not just saying that because there's some curious people that you'll meet along the way. It's a rather silly school of magic.
It is rather, I guess, on the low.
Mm-hmm. And should you ever need a situation like me where you need access to the interstice, I can assist in that, but only when you've proven yourself as a aficionado of Dunamancy. And I won't go too far into it because it gets a bit complicated. But you can access other planes as well with a building such as this. Imagine a hallway of infinite possibilities.
All right.
And in your I assume you'll be traveling. In your travels, if you find a master of Dunamancy, human, old now probably, let him know that I've surpassed him and that... And she pauses. If you could also punch him, he'll know.
I can do that part.
He'll know.
I don't know. All right. I can do those things.
And if he's traveling with an elf warrior, tell her I'm at Camelot. And then tell her where Camelot is.
Oh,
All right. I can do that.
Thank you. Alright. If there's nothing else from the loot of you, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to do another little time skip as we approach the end of this session. Yeah, cool. So a day passes, and Arwen, time is kind of illusion in here, but at some point you get tired, at some point you fall asleep in a chair, at some point you wake up. Volka, are you just going to stay awake the entire time, just out of like anxiousness? Anxiety would be the better word to put it.
Big Volca energy.
Big Volka.
Probably, honestly.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Alright.
If I'm not back in time for whatever happens, Arwen will just,
Get possessed by magician,
with it.
say less.
Gotcha.
But she finishes the trinket, and it's a very simple thing. It is a gyro, not to be confused with the Greek food, of this blackened metal. A euro, yeah, that's what the joke I was making. Gyro, Gurutama. Yeah. So it is a black gyro, and in the inner part of it, as all these metal cogs are spinning around it, there is a glass vial of the red sand. And you, Volka, observe as she places it inside of a box of similar metal, and then shuts it, and then she spends some time with her hands above it, casting a spell over it. And when she's done, she sets it to the side. And over the course of the 2 days that she's that she has Elias in her care, she's checking on him, or getting one of you to check on him. And you've noticed that quite the opposite of when you were on the boat. He is recovering at a much faster rate. Less sweaty, less dying. And while his
Probably
hand...
like- That's how we like them.
Exactly. And the blackened veins begin to recede up until a certain point, at which point Merlin reveals, or maybe not reveals, but just says, like, that's the best that's going to happen. But he stays asleep for the most of it, finally actually being able to achieve slumber. And by the end of the second day, Merlin checks on his vitals once more. Well, Miss Volker, it appears that we are at the best I can offer.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Of course, it is my pleasure. Do keep in mind, like I said before, he won't be able to cast magic. He doesn't understand that yet. He will get frustrated, I'm sure. Just let him know it'll come back in due time. Although I'm sure he'll understand that quite fast. As for the hand, I suggest, and she is like just wrapping it. Mostly this is just aesthetic. So just tell him to find a good tailor. And she looks at you very caringly. Is there anything else I can do for you right now?
You've done so much already. I don't think so.
I'll make sure that I'm here when he awakes, in case he has any questions. But I will keep it between you and I, she looks at you, I know who he is. To an extent. I know of him.
Okay. Oh, the bracelets. Were the bracelets just for like this, or do we have to keep them on like all the time now?
It was all placebo.
She doesn't know what that means.
I'm joking. Give me the... She was like... She did make the placebo joke. And then realizing that the word probably went over your head. It was a bit of fun, is what I was trying... And she's like trying to explain the joke, and it gets a bit muddled. The bracelets they won't work outside of here. But you're more than welcome to keep them if you want to have that bond, for whatever reason. Or you could throw them away. I don't care. And for the sake of your lycanthropy, they are not silver.
That's that's good. The fact that they weren't immediately burning my wrist, I think I knew.
Well, and she pauses. I don't... Experiment real fast for me. She walks over, and she grabs this bag. Can I see the palm of your hand? She takes a little sprinkle what's in there, and then sprinkles it on your hand.
Does it hurt?
No. My dear, while I acknowledge the fact that you might consider yourself a lycanthrope, there is no... that silver you're holding.
I was burdened with silver the other day.
Were you?
That bitch!
I don't know who that bitch is, but good luck on your quest to figure out what happened.
Okay, thanks.
Of course. Cutting back to the pirate crew for a brief moment. And that was the time that you could say we laid siege to the courthouse. I don't say that. Tell me more about Ashuna.
They don't fucking know.
No, it's okay. It's just...
Goddamn.
as for Ashlyn and Dredgen, is there anything you two are doing during your 2-day break?
On a 2-day break?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are working.
Yeah,
How
some
long they were in there.
yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball. Hmm.
I didn't watch Dragon Ball.
It's where Mr. Popo is.
I don't
Bobo?
care for the name.
Popo?
Don't talk to me.
Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. My bad. Do you want? What's up?
Well,
How long
I'm
did it
assu-
feel like for Georgia and or for Luke and I?
It felt like 2
Armin
days.
and I? Okay.
These didn't have a sun or a moon.
Okay.
Yes, Treasure.
Dude, I guess I'm assuming that we're just been working on the compartment.
Yeah.
Or I guess they have. I don't
Yeah,
really know.
they've been doing the construction. You've been doing the. You're the foreman or the foreman. You're like, that's good work, and you sip on your coffee. This is world's best boss on it. That's some good work right there. I'm paying them $12 an hour.
At some point, I would have liked to look at the other ship up.
Sure.
Like, is there like hull of reinforcement and shit like that?
They do offer hull reinforcement, but the issue is that it's more like reinforcing it with more wood. What you would be looking for is like metal, which is something they could
don't
offer,
have.
but they would have to get more supplies. With that being said, though, like most things, they tell you that the best place to get metal reinforcements for hulls are going to be on the coast of Winterbank and Fake Keep.
And I also asked them, how much do you think that would cost?
Yeah. They reckoned that if you want to go with like a good sturdy job, probably like 250 gold pieces is their best guesstimate. And that's not for like complete hull reinforcement. That's for like just what is functionally more HP for the boat. And for it to, just outside of just cannons being fired at it, weather.
Well, can't really get that at the moment. At this point, should I start worrying about like paying the crew because we're not making really any at the moment with the ship?
Vesper said that she would pay the crew up until the point that you guys get back to halfway, whatever point that may be. So wherever you decide to port again, she was like, that's when I'll stop covering them, and she either needs help from you or she'll need to do jobs.
Okay.
That's what she said, because she said she was going broke, which is like fine. She understood the risk, but yeah.
So does that mean if he needs help from me
Mm-hmm.
and say that I'm not on the boat, what does the money just magically get sent her way or something?
Wait, so like if she gets money?
Yeah, like say that I was gonna help pay for ship shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like at halfway while she's probably, I assume, at sea.
Mm-hmm.
How will I be able to pay her
Oh, I see.
all that?
Your best bet is you can always use a messenger service, but with the amount of money that you'll be sending her, besides just exchanging hands, there is a quote-unquote banking system. It's only in like super like high density cities. So I mentioned this before. There is one in Hefway because of just the size of it, and there's one in most port cities as well.
Oh, okay.
And then the major inland cities. And that's a good way to do it. Basically, it functions the same way as like a normal bank. You put money in, and then someone can pull it out as long as they answer like the right question or whatever.
Do you know all of the ship upgrades I could do?
No,
in
it's
DD?
in the thing. I could pull it out for you after the session or in between sessions, and I can go over the list with you.
Yeah, okay.
It's nothing crazy. Just the biggest one that's going on right now is just proper crew quarters, which means that they're less likely to mutiny against you.
Yeah. Well, we're doing that right now. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So yeah, that's the first one you're tackling, which is like the first one that the module like recommends. Is like you should probably go with this one, probably. So, but yeah. Any other questions?
So I'm just like thinking that's kind of like Black Flag.
Functionally, yeah.
Where, yeah.
And you can get better cannons, you can get better sails, magical
Do I have
stuff.
a mortar? Do I have a mortar?
You could, if you could find an engineer to build one.
Yeah, I'm getting a mortar. That's a goal at some point.
I gotcha. Cool. Anything else, Dredgen?
Oh, is there a gun shop here at all?
A gun shop? No.
Okay. No, I'm done.
Okay. All right. Ashlyn, is there anything you're doing?
Nope.
Cool. So then,
Just do boat stuff.
gotcha. You guys, while the boat crew's working, Lancelot stops you, Shiro, as you're like observing your new compartments. You now have a bedroom. Yes, you, Shiro.
Is it hidden?
It can be. Do you want it to be hidden?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, you can. There's a false door here.
Hidden bedroom.
They're in the walls.
I mean, I already, like,
I am inside your walls.
And then you guys all are also able to accomplish proper settings for the beds that you guys acquired legally.
yeah.
And because he's a crack addict and you're a statue woman, you guys didn't sleep. You just powered through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You shut
he seems fine.
You don't you dare.
But as you guys are standing there observing that, like, you're like two proud dads looking at the new deck you built, and you're like, this is good. This is good craftsmanship. Zach Lean Walnut. He kind of cocks his head like a dog with near a dog whistle, and goes, "Miss Bontrater, we are being beckoned home to Camelot."
Should we go?
We can observe this for another minute.
It's good shine.
Well hidden. The crew will be happy that they won't be flying around the whole boat either. It's good. All right. And he goes upstairs. Have you noticed that these stairs have gotten smoother? And he looks. Have these handbars always been here?
No.
Huh. As you guys get on the top deck, you can see that where Jean Base sleeps, there's some sandpaper.
Really?
Yeah, some sandpaper. But the rest of you, Ashlyn, Captain Dredger Drake, we are being beckoned back to Camelot. You guys can stay here if you want, and I can get the other three if you want.
No, that's fine. I'll go.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna inspect this while you guys are going.
Sounds good.
It's on my key.
He is in fact on your keyboard. You just get used to it. Okay. So you guys reconvene back at Camelot. Volka and Arwen, you guys are let out of the chamber. Hold on. Reverse just a smidgen. Volka. Elias, as you're waiting for him to awake, his eyes kind of roll open. And he looks at you, musters up a weak grin, and then kind of
Back.
looks around more. His eyes are a bit bloodshot. Yeah, welcome back. He's like looking around. Where are we?
We're gonna be going back to the ship soon.
Ah, yes. The ship. I am quite familiar with such a vessel.
You have been for the last couple days.
Where are we? He like looks around.
What is the town's name again?
Killbank.
We're in Killbank right now.
He like was worried for a second there, like someone who just thought they missed the bus for school. And he like kind of shoots up and looks around. Just to clarify, this is not in Winterbank.
Ah, Mouse, come here. My mouse is dead. Isn't it like technically on the edge? It's like on an island outside.
Damn, that hurts, man. Yeah, technically.
Kind of.
No.
He pats you on the knee the best he can with his weak hand, and then sees the Merlin staring at him. Oh God. And she looks at him. You're safe. You're on Ireland. Oh. This is good. Yeah. Yeah. And he like begins to stand up. Where's my shirt?
I forgot he was shirtless.
He's not shirtless. He's not shirtless.
He's in his bra.
Oh.
He's in his bra.
Giving
My
him a
bad.
new one.
Yeah, he's in his binder.
We had. You were really sweaty, man.
You take that back.
Kisses for my baby.
Wow, I am disoriented. Do not like it here. Let's just leave. Right now. And he like stands up and like shakes, offers his hand to Merlin, who shakes it weakly. You remind me of someone. She. Ha. And what is your name? She looks at him. Merlin, the Great. Ah, is it? And he looks to you, Laka. Is this the person who assisted me in bringing me back from the Great Beyond?
Mhm.
I respect your magical aptitude. Thank you.
Otherwise.
Ah! And he kind of stretches. I don't have my cane. Volka, you will act as my walking aid.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you needed help.
And he sees the door and he moves his hand to open it. Tell me, he's still doing the motion. Are we in an anti-magic area?
Yeah, you're not gonna have that for a while.
Kill me. I'd rather die than be magicless. How long is a while? He looks at Merlin. Not to offend you, Volka, you just don't know. And she... Merlin.
You're on my level now, bitch.
If he has no magic, does his past spells become undone?
No. Because it's not concentration. It's not concentration. It's not concentration. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it for you. It's not concentration.
You should let me know anyways to punish him.
You don't get to know.
You're a pillow biter.
Merlin says to him, it could be anywhere from a couple hours to a couple years. He nearly vomits. Volka, please put me out of my misery.
Nah, you ain't going again.
Take me to the boat. I want to leave this forsaken land. There's not sand outside, is there?
No. It's a lot of trees.
And rocks. Good. Go. Quickly. Now. Go. Hobble with me. Oh, hi,
There is
Owen.
Hello. There is a. You know what? There's water in the way. I'm sure you'll be fine. Actually,
Well, it's okay, because we're going to halfway, no?
we are
How are we going?
by boat.
Great. Are we going through Winterbank, or are we going through Fairkeep?
Probably fake keep.
That would be good, because I would not be able to go with you to Winterbank. And I am magicless, and therefore I am powerless, which means I need a bodyguard. Where is my Esme? He looks around. All right.
I was gonna ask you that.
Oh, she's working on a project. Don't worry about her.
Okay.
You were worried about her, weren't you?
A little bit.
She's fine. No, she's working on something for someone who we shall say is armless. It could be anyone. Could be.
How
Alright.
does your arm feel?
It's bandaged. I assume it's incredibly fucked up underneath, and I will not be looking.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna want a glove.
I don't wear gloves.
That might change.
I'm a tactile person. This is hell. Quickly, we must leave. Can solve more. Thank you, Sir Merlin the Great. Grand. We'll be taking our leave now. Do we owe you anything? Volker, grab my purse.
You didn't have anything with you.
Fuck. Okay. You're gonna have to cover the debt. How much is it? And Merlin just shakes her head. For free?
Free revives. Yeah, we got them.
Oh my god.
I didn't technically die.
They were free all along.
I didn't
were
technically die. I did not technically die. This is no revivification. In all seriousness, thank you, Sir Merlin, and whoever else may be listening. Volker, get the door.
Is the item done?
Yes, she Merlin hands you a black box that's been you watch. She sealed it with a arcane lock.
Okay.
Um,
Did you give me a
the
key or?
no, it's an arcane lock.
Gotcha.
The
I didn't
only
know if I got like a thing or something.
no, she's gonna mention to you the only people who can open it are herself and Sin,
Gotcha.
and then anyone else who can like break an arcane lock, but ignore that.
Little knock spell.
Yeah, that would suppress the lock. So, all right. So you have the black box. It's by the way, it was just a locket, so you're all good.
Gotcha.
Cool. All right.
I will open the door with mage hand.
Rub it in his face.
I will bring meteors upon the shit stain of a city that you come from. If you dare threaten me again with such temps.
I don't know. That might take a couple of years.
Who's still your lieutenant?
That's his back.
He pauses for a second. Lest you forget, Oxton will listen to me. He is a dangerous man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, Arwen.
When are you gonna extend my sentence?
I'll just say that you tried to run away.
Oh.
All I'm saying. So, you know, fucks with me again, see what happens. You're in the fucking around stage. You're gonna find out.
That's good to have you back.
I want to be dead. Sorry, Volker. It's macabre humor. It comes from a bunch of things. Alright.
Arwen, can I have my money back?
Sure.
Answer the silver.
Does
burns
it
you.
hurt
No,
or
it's not.
anything?
No.
If I just said no.
Hey man, Elias doesn't have magic, but I still got muscle.
You do, in fact, have those. Yes. Alright. So the three of you leave Merlin in her chambers. As you get to the front door, you see Lancelot and whoever decided to join him, so Shiro and Ashlyn. Elias sees these two. I don't remember much, but you know I love you, and he says that to Shiro. I always remember that. You, on the other hand, and he looks at you, Ashlyn. I vaguely remember you cutting my shirt. I've forgiven you for this action. I've forgiven you.
$5,000.
How much do you remember from the last couple days?
Dick.
What about Diddley?
It might come back to me.
Slot.
It might come back to me. I remember some things. I think I remember threatening to kill someone. Not him. That was recent. He points to Arwen. And I remember at some point, one of you rat bastards tried to contact my mother. That is a big no-no. She is no contact list. Ever. Under any circumstance, including my death.
Keep that in mind.
No, you do not keep that in mind. That is at the forefront. Every time you see me, you go, no contacting Elias's mother. Ashlyn, what are we going to do when we see Elias?
Ashlyn turns his head away.
Don't. She's a dangerous woman. A fiend.
I'm a fiend, Elias.
No, she's an actual fiend.
I am an actual fiend, Elias.
But worse. Two of yous.
Egads.
Am I going to be sleeping in the infirmary? You guys are having this conversation?
Do we have spare rooms now that the ship has
No.
been expanded? No? I guess.
Shit fuck about this spare room.
I'll just teleport away.
Look with that.
Hmm?
Nothing. Who is this hunk of meat? And he looks at Lancelot. Is he a new moonlighter? He chuckles. He being Lancelot. Okay. Weird.
He's on the boobies.
Of course he is. All right. I guess he will live in silence. Weird.
He is, our newest crew member.
Oh, you know how to pick him.
Uh-huh.
I recall a Shockman.
Jimbei.
Yup. That is Junbei.
Oh, good.
We're in Jinbei.
Well, you guys make it back to the boat. We'll say how it is. You make it back to the boat. He's hopping along. Volker, you kind of carry it. He gives it. You want to give him a piggyback?
Yeah!
Okay. This is good. It's like seeing a tall person ride a pony.
His feet are dragging on the
Yeah.
ground.
I can't feel them anyways. The metal. The sad man. You guys make it back to the boat. And yeah. Do you guys set sail? Well, let's try that again. Vesper comes up and gathers all of you. Sees Elias with the piggyback, ignores it. Captain.
Mirror.
It's Vesper. Which pathway are we taking to get you back to halfway?
We are not going through Winterbank to get back. So DM, did you say the two options was either going through Winterbank or just going around it?
Yes, and you have three options. You go straight through
Thanks,
Winterbank the same way you came. You go down and around. If you look on the map, you can go
Yeah.
down and around. And then where you see the little white part, that's Orendal, the Crown City. You don't want to go there either. You have two options. You either go just south of Orendal and go through the mountain range to halfway, or you go north of Orendal to a port city in Faykeep and then go to halfway. The risk and reward of these two options is that going through Winterbank is Nazis and going through, my apologies, Kanye West, and if you go north, you'll be dealing with pirates. Specifically pirates who have been claiming that they're part of Fujiwara Sumitomo's crew, also known as the Heavenly Yaksha.
Okay, well, last can't
I'm
go,
assuming
so
he's the one that would probably kill us on sight.
Well, he's one of the Sea Emperors.
Okay, yeah.
Emperors of the Sea. What you know about him, you know a little bit about him. You know that he values honor above everything else. With that being said, he is a pirate.
You gave him pictures. I didn't see that.
That's one. Him and the northern one. Yeah, Matthias have pictures. The other two don't.
Okay.
And there's no correlation between the fact that the emperor for Alistair Bonaparte, there's no correlation on why they don't have a picture and why Lancelot doesn't have a picture. No correlation, because he is not Alistair Bonaparte. He's not the Red Prince. Completely different.
Well, I don't really feel like going through Nazi territory.
That's fair. Oh, that's fair,
But-
Captain.
I also don't really want to have a risk of confrontation with the Emperor.
We can. I mean, if we're gonna travel, I mean, both of those options we have to go the same way, so we might as well get going. We can figure out along the way.
Yeah, let's do that. We're not going through Winterbank whatsoever from here.
Sounds good.
So let's just get moving.
We will sail around. I will plot the course and let you know further. But in the meantime, let us get out of here.
Let's sail.
Real fast. Lancelot comes up to you, Dredgen.
It's gonna backstab me.
I've been thinking a lot about Oh, Jesus. I've been thinking about it a lot, Captain. All of you have cool pirate names. Porntretter, cool name. Pretty Face, cool name. Dredgen, cool name. I would also like a cool pirate name, and I thought of the perfect one.
I swear to God, if you say Red Prince,
No, that's already a pirate. No, hear me out. I'm thinking Red Herring. Because red hair, and then the only fish I really know is a herring.
I don't see the other meaning underneath the red herring.
Is there another meaning?
No. The lawyer? No.
I mean, if that's what you really want to be called,
I'm fine with it. I think it's a fine name. I think because think about it, right? Red because it matches my description, and then herring because fish, water.
I'm just like look visibly done with. Like I'm just like.
Or hear me out. If you don't like that one, because I want to get your permission before I start telling the other sailors to call me that, because that's how that works. How about? Well, you could call me Lancelot, although a bit of a gimmick. He sits there and ponders. I do like wolves. I'm a big fan of wolves.
What do you want to be, the Red Wolf?
Ooh. That's spicy, isn't it? That's pretty good, right?
It's not bad.
Alright. Red herring or red wolf?
Let's go with Red Wolf.
Say less. I like it. I like the input, Captain. From now on, while we're out on the sea, I'm no longer Lancelot, because that's my lawyer name. You know how it is. We can just call me Borealis. You're my friend. You can call me Alice Snowbird. But if we're if we're ever around Marines, please God, call me Borealis Snowbird, so that way they know who I am.
Understood.
Borealis.
I get it, priorities.
He turns away, and he says out loud, "Borealis Snowbird, the Red Wolf. Sounds fitting."
Alright.
As he walks away, by the way, Dredgen, you have not seen a weapon on this man at all in your time. That's okay. He might not need it. All right. With that, you guys begin to plot your course. Before we end, as you guys are traveling down south, you take some twists and turns, and for the most part, the weather around the country of Ireland is pleasant. You actually get to see such such beautiful sights as cliffs of different colors, not of the rainbow, gray, green, white. You get to see some pretty environments, but Ireland itself is mostly just a rock. Ignore that. It's not even real. I don't even know why Winterbank fights over it. And as you sail along the coastline, because it is a bit safer, given the territory you're in, You guys pick up on some things. Elias is spending a lot of time with Volka, mostly because he has to. Even with his cane, it's really sad to watch him walk around. It's like an old man in a grocery store where you're like, please God, hurry up. Or use one of those electric cart things, but he's too prideful because he's wearing a Vietnam veteran hat. Similar to that.
You literally just described my grandfather.
What can I say? But something that's a bit unique in Dredgen, because of your distrust of this gentleman, which is understandable. He's been a bit of a weird guy. Mr. Borealis Snowbird, Lancelot, the Red Wolf, whatever you want to call him. You notice, as you're doing your captain duties, that he's being helpful around the boat. He's earning his share. He's training the sailors to tie better knots. He's helping Shiro with other projects on the boat that, maybe they want to build more secret compartments or what have you. He, is really good at handling the sails. He knows how to navigate the ship itself, to read the stars, to read the sky, know when weather is good to sail in, when it's best to avoid certain areas. All around, he's just a talented guy, especially on a boat. Could be anything, truly. Could be anything. The two areas that he excels in, however, one area that he excels in is that he has the riz. He's a very charismatic man. The crew likes him. They're like, oh, look, it's our own countryman. He's cool. I mean, Dredgen Drake is also really cool. He's been hanging out with us, giving us drinks and paying us pretty well. But this guy's pretty chill for just a dude on the boat. And also, Ashlyn, if you're down for it, he would also help you with the food. And he's pretty good. He's pretty good at making the food, too. He keeps the crew happy. He's great about proportions, making sure people are healthy and fit. But he steers clear away from the surgeon side of things. Not a good medic. Not at all. And Dredgen, you, I would say reasonably, would have good inkling to believe that this man was definitely a sailor at some point in his life. For sure. For sure. And you've noticed that you kind of have somebody in the same camp as you who has a slight distaste for this gentleman, and that's Vesper. She also keeps a close eye on him, even making passing comments to you like, "This fucking dude." As he is taking in and building a cult-like following on your boat.
I would say Dredgen, because not as upset that he's doing this or whatever. God, so fucking annoying. I hate this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But more God, if he's really lying, because Drake had past experiences of being betrayed.
Yeah.
He's I gotta do something just in case if this guy really is the Red Prince.
No, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if he is one of the emperors. One thing you do notice that's a bit strange is that anytime you guys pass by a merchant boat, or a naval convoy, then they're just kind of staying out of your way. He avoids them at all costs. He goes underneath the boat, suspiciously, to go and be like, gotta go help out Pond Cheddar now.
I take note.
Okay. What was that? Sure.
Trying to walk upside down.
Trying to walk upside down?
Trying to channel her chakra.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's helping her do.
Cool. And as you guys are making your way south, and you might be pissed with the situation at hand, with this red menace.
Whoa.
Yeah, my bad. Sink ships, loose lips.
Whoa, you can't say that. See something, say something.
See something, say something. As you guys are traveling further south, making your way to halfway. For the first time in a hot minute, Dredgen, you hear a voice that you hope to God you would never hear under these circumstances. A voice crackles out from above, This time, not a storm or Arwen being weird. You hear Johnny Silver. His voice cracks out.
Boy.
Attention, Captain!
Yes.
You see his head kind of peek out over the crow's nest. I do believe I see some pirates afoot.
Is it the Red Prince? Red crew of the Red Prince.
Not their colors, Captain. I don't know who they are, but they're no navy, and they're no merchants.
Damn.
What do you want to do?
I assume that they're not going to let us pass very easily.
I don't think they've spotted us yet. They might just think we're a merchant vessel.
Is there like a way to? We're not running a flag though, right?
Nope, no flag.
We don't have any flags on this.
I will
'Cause I don't
say.
think we picked up any.
I will say that one of the sailors grabbed the flag off the boat that you guys robbed.
That was the marine flag.
No, you have. That was a private
Person's
owned
flag,
vessel.
wasn't it?
Yeah, so it'd be Theros' flag. Oh, I guess you'd have two flags: Theros' flag and then the Rainbridge family.
I don't think I'm gonna raise either.
That makes sense. What do you say? We stay clear, or do we keep going on course?
Let's stay clear. I don't feel like getting in a conflict right now.
Okay. And the crew immediately gets into action. Solomon and, or not Vesper, but Solomon changes course to avoid them. You might lose a day of travel, but that's not super important. What is important is you feel a hand on your shoulder, Dredgen.
Let's see who it is.
It's Lancelot. You know, Captain, I'm really glad that we avoided that ship. Because, let me tell you why. And I'm not a suspicious man. But that very well could have been the Red Prince.
Bitch.
And with him saying that sentence, that's where we're going to end the session.
This is great.
He's been suspicious ever since.